Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
I am good. Do you see the stream in world?
No, I was too busy telling you that you were late. So let me run away and see if that helps. But now
Okay,
that I have my pocket buddy, I can I can keep tabs on you.
oh, you should know that I would be late to my own funeral.
Oh no.
On Mother's Day,
No. No.
my mom told me that I was late to my own birth, actually.
Oh, that happens.
Yeah, I was supposed to be born like for first week of August. Instead, I was born last week of
Oh my
August.
gosh. Yeah, it's like that sometimes though, you know. I was early. Like my mom almost had me in the hallway. I was like, "Come on, I've got some rendering I've got to do. Like I got to get this model like decimated. Come on.
Come on, mom.
Let's go." Uh,
uh, how are you today, Vanessa?
I am well. I am well, having fun. Just nothing like waking up and like grinding blender like 6 o'clock in the morning when you're like not even awake, but you're like, I wonder if I could do this thing. And then I found like another good tutorial on YouTube, and I'm like, wow, this changes my whole world. So yeah, it's
You
fun to do that before you even like fully coherent. Hopefully, I can remember what I did. I don't even know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, usually my memory doesn't kick in until I'm at least two coffees deep.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And hello to everyone in the space. I see Quan, Toxic Waifu, Fancy, and Good Morning VM. And in the world, in Decentraland, we have friends, except my list isn't loading, so I'll name them off as I see them. Hello, Nikita, welcome. Thank you very much for being here. Peter Parker, Web 3. We got OX Quan in the house. Silent Peace. We got Rustan in the building, feeding the city chickens. Welcome, Super Wayne, and hello, Scat. Um, so very good to see everyone here. Now, let's get into some serious topics here. Like I'd like to start with Peter Parker Web 3. he told me the other day, or not the other day, but maybe a couple of weeks ago, that he has not seen the Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man movies. Mhm,
I
mhm, I'm
quit.
telling on you,
I
I'm
quit.
telling on you. I'm
There's
telling on you,
only
Peter Parker.
one, Peter. Come on. Tell me you grew up on that next guy that we really honestly don't even nobody remembers his name. Let's be completely honest. Right? It's Toby or Tom.
It's definitely Tobey.
The guy in the middle, blah, I don't know. It was like a whatever. We'll just Marvel pretends that that didn't happen. Although I do believe that that was that manifested while Sony had rights. So I want to say that that wasn't even Disney's fault. Disney knew we needed Tom Holland.
And Peter Parker is confirming. He says very true. So I think we need to have a like Spider-Man movie night at one of these points where like it's like Peter Parker's attendance is what's required to begin the event.
I mean, if you're gonna name yourself after a character, you should know those movies, Peter, inside and out. And Peter says, "Oh, Andrew Garfield." So see, sorry, Andrew Garfield. I'm just thinking about an orange tabby cat that likes lasagna, not. I'm so sorry, Andrew Garfield. Um, and then Star Wars. He hasn't seen Star Wars, so I told him to mint the name Jar Jar Binks and see how that goes. Are you familiar with the lore, Sinful, about Jar Jar?
I mean, I know what Jar Jar is. I mean, now a lore, like I don't know if I am keen to the lore.
Oh yeah, the actor who thought he was getting a cool Star Wars gig, like he afterwards, it was such a viscerally hated character that he got like so much hate that he actually really struggled in life and like mental health and everything because that one role kind of just tanked his career because nobody could unsee Jar Jar Binks. And so like he's written, I don't know, some articles or maybe a book about it, but yeah, Jar Jar is like literally one of the most despised characters in the Star Wars ecosystem. And he's not even a bad guy. I think people just did not like the creature and acting. I don't know.
But I mean, he kind of in a way he kind of was a bad guy. He wasn't like, Sith or anything like that, but he was like a crap, what would it be? Like kind of a like there's a mercenary and then there's brokers, like, people in charge of putting the jobs together. I forget what they're called, but
I don't know, but like Quan is saying, some say Jar Jar is actually the Sith Lord. I'll tell you what, nothing's gonna make that guy enter his winter arc more than like he's the fun-loving, happy comic relief character that everybody hates on. He's gonna be like, "F you, I'm just gonna go straight to like the who's the Ray's daddy, like the big bad guy. Like he's just gonna go full evil."
so my second thought on all this is like, wait, hold up. Jar Jar, like what there was an actual actor? Like I thought it was all like CGI, like
Oh, you sweet summer child. They didn't even have CGI back then. I mean, they did, but not
wait,
right.
yeah, I was gonna say, wasn't Star Wars one of the first movies to kind of like
Yeah.
uh
But I think that like that one's still I remember when it came out because it was like there was so much hope. There was like, yeah, the Star Wars
A
is
New Hope?
oh yeah, nope. It was a new flop. I mean, it just like that's the dark era, I think, of Star Wars. I think fans just pretend that doesn't exist and then they just go on to like, you know, the next part. I don't know. I don't know. That's just what I've heard.
And looks like we may have a new user in the world, Alex. He just, or Alex, they just said, hola. Hola, Alex, ¿cómo estás? Oh, welcome back, you say.
Yes, yes. I've crossed paths with Alex before. And he's got that nice, what is he, the pigeon? Where
Got
is
a
it?
nice pigeon.
Good God, what's in my hot tub? Do not look to your right.
That skin has been amazing, I have to say. Uh it did a good job of, like, staying out of IP, infringement. I'll say that for sure.
Yeah,
It reminds me of a muck
yeah.
from, from Pokemon.
Oh, it's so funny.
It is hilarious. Yesterday, I saw, Malhedi literally, like, all of us on Decentraland are usually, like, running to the party or jogging to the party. I saw Mohedi walk into the party in this outfit, and it was just hilarious, just watching him, like, casually walk in and claim his OP badge.
Quan just jumped in and like immediately towel slapped him just to. It's probably good. Like keep him afraid. Like keep the fear in him. Don't feed him. Whatever you guys do. I've never realized this was such a good viewing tank. Um, I had a bunch of fish in here, but now they're gone. I think he ate them.
Yeah, yeah, I think this has been, turned into a habitat.
I need like fart bubbles coming up, and then he could just like have a different look on his face, like close his eyes, and he could just be like existing in there.
We need, like an I don't know if we have one yet of, like, just, like, a fishing emote, just, like, of, Avatar being on, like, let's say, the bank of a lake or river or whatever, just, like, casting a line.
Oh my gosh, yes, we need that.
Yes. So, put that in your, long list of ideas.
I will. I certainly will. I've got so many, and then I actually have so many that are probably like 60 to 80% done, but not quite done enough to like push to the final. But they're like started, and because I sometimes I look through, I'm like I don't even remember making this one, but there it is.
But think about it. Okay, so if you got to work right now, if you got to work and put in 100% of what you would put into an emote, like one emote, you but you used it to finish your other emotes, you could at least get 3 emotes done in that time.
Yeah, for
Just
sure,
saying.
for sure. It's also the publishing fee. I'm like I
Ah, yes.
the marketplace credits are really helpful because that's usually like 200 mana that takes it off of there. And sometimes I want to say my most expensive emote was 1,500 mana to publish, and then it's gotten a little bit better. But yeah, like at that price, I have to just like I would publish way more, but right now it's just too expensive to keep pumping them out. But
Mhm.
some ideas, and it's also like I want to have some to give away. Like so then deciding do I publish it just to sell it or publish it just to keep it nice and fun and give it away. And Peter says we should come up with a community monster skin to make. I like that idea. That'd be cool. I mean, yeah.
That would be super dope. When, the, city pigeon came out or, was introduced to us because from the, New Genesis Plaza revamp, and probably I have not dug deep enough to ask any questions anywhere, so it probably won't happen this time around, maybe some other time, but I have thrown out, like, the, city chicken mascot outfit. Like, I know that the foundation came out with, like, the penguin, the pigeon, like, skin, but it's not a mascot. Like, what I envision when I see, like, a mascot outfit is, like, maybe, like, a little, like, spring hanging out of the eye because the mascot outfit has been used a little too much, and it's got, like, patches and stuff. It's dirty somewhere.
Oh, that I'm triggered, man. I'm triggered. I used to have to wear the Little Caesars mascot outfit, and it would travel from store to store, so you'd get it in this big tub, and it was like the outfit and then, like, sanitation spray. You'd spray the inside to kill all of the, the germs before you put it on. And then I was also like a squirrel and a beaver at the state park. So I don't know if you know how hot those things get, but like they send ice packs, like these full chest ice packs with the costume. So you like put the ice pack on, then you put the costume on, and then you go out and play with the kids.
Do you have to, like, periodically, like, go to, like, the staff room and recharge your ice packs or stuff like that? Or is it like a one and done? It's like, once that is no longer cool, you are screwed for the rest of your shift.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it was not a long time to be out there, but it was fun. Like I can totally tap into a different side of me when I'm Sammy the squirrel or Eager Beaver. The Little Caesar, not so much. I just stood there and waved and hoped none of my friends drove by.
Oh, they wouldn't have known it was you.
I don't know. I think I think they would have could have guesstimated. Like I saw you out there because my friends were cool. They worked at McDonald's. I worked at Little Caesars. So yeah.
Had rivalry wars.
So you never had to wear a like a full furry costume?
I can't say I have, but as an adult, growing up, going back to Disney, and seeing all, Mickey Mouse and stuff like that, and Pluto, it made me feel really bad for, the person that is under that costume because that on that particular day, it was like 105 degrees here in Florida and humid.
Good lord. Yeah, that's a whole different ballgame. Did you know that if you wanna be like a princess at Disneyland or you wanna be like, I don't know, Thor or like one of those characters, you cannot just come in and get hired as one of those characters. You have to put in your time as a masked character first. So all of those people that are like dressing up like, Queen Elsa, they had to do the Minnie Mouse and the Mickey Mouse stuff to prove that they wouldn't like freak out in front of the kids. And another fun fact, they can never appear at the same time as another character dressed up like them or they'll get fired. So like if you're Snow White and you're walking through and there's another Snow White there, like you guys got to like get the heck out of there really fast. There you
Yeah, you gotta bail, bail.
That's now the more you know. Now you didn't know that, but now you know that.
Now I do know that, and I have to say, with this knowledge, I will, use it for good, never evil. Okay, so when you said that, they need to have already experience within a costume character, I was like thinking like even before working at Disney, it's like Disney is like, okay, do you have experience? And that would mean like, does your mascot career begin in high school?
Oh, I don't know about that, but I just think that like it probably starts for them. Unless you're like, yes, I was a collegiate mascot for you know, the San Francisco Cardinals or whatever. I don't know what it is, but
Mhm,
so
mhm.
I like your idea of the Decentraland mascot might have a few things going wrong. I think I'm like thinking Five Nights at Freddy's. Like there's an animatronic suit with wiring underneath it. Might be slightly evil.
Okay. Yeah, that could even be added to the whole, like, vision. I like it. Yeah, we can't have a human in there, we can't have a human.
Yeah, well what about like yeah, the dark net of Decentraland or something like where the characters are yeah, tapped into the grid.
I like it. I like it. We should make a grid wearable. I don't know how you would do that.
I know, I've already thought of that like just different things, but I don't know. I mean, you
You
could have like
don't
a grid
know.
underneath you as an emote.
Huh? Who? What?
You could have like an emote and have like a grid underneath you, and you got wires tied to yourself, and you're pulling them out of like you're trying to pull yourself, disconnect yourself from the mainframe,
Ooh, that would be that. Okay,
and it's
okay.
sparking.
I like it. I like it. I wonder. Like, I mean, I could see this being incorporated to a build. Maybe one of these days we'll want to do like a grid themed event. Could be like an idea to kind of tuck away.
Yes, yes. I've got ideas about that. I just, there's not enough time to get all of these ideas done.
Yeah, I see. Gerald is has joined us at La Cantina. Is this Gerald of Rivia? Uh, Canessa, you know Gerald of Rivia, right? Yeah.
Geraldo Rivera?
Yes. Yes.
Ah, I don't know. I don't know, but let's send him some wearables. He says wearables. I need to get some wearables, it seems. All right, Gerald, I will send you our fam hoodie.
It's Gerald. No, I'm kidding. I'm basically just referencing which you. I learned that you know not of Witcher. You don't know Witcher.
I know of Witcher. I've not watched it or played it.
Ooh, we need to get you the Witcher 3 game.
Ooh.
You'll yes, yes. That game came out like back in I think I want to say like 2016 through 2018 around that range. And it it is to this day I think one of like the best games ever made because like there's literally over thousands of hours worth of gameplay in it.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
Yes, yes. Pretty good. Pretty good. Very good.
Speaking of good gameplay, we thank you everybody that came for Ready Up Wednesday. That was a lot of fun, and Knights of Antrim was really fun with a group. I think I think we I think you and I did a good we did a good strategy. It was like don't die, and they had to explain the rules to us quite a few times. They're like, remember what your job is. It was like don't die. Okay, all right. So yeah, that was pretty cool. I don't know. What do you think, Sin? Was that a good way
I,
to waste a Wednesday night?
I thought my job was to look good, and then I was told that I was wrong and got sent to like HR.
Yeah, and I thought my job was to like kill and just run. And then I was like, I don't know. Do I even have an armor? I don't have any armor. Like I don't. I have no way of protecting myself, and just immediately die. Like they one shotted me, and so then they're like, wait, slow down. You're a noob. I'm like, okay, all right.
Uh, all right, I won't walk up to this monster, this big monster, and whack him.
And Bali helped me help protect me. I think there were like some
Yes.
protection spells because I was like, what is this little orb around me? And then Matt's like, somebody's healing you, somebody's keeping you alive. I'm like, oh, like
Uh,
thank you.
what a legend! What a legend! Yes, I remember after I died, Bali goes, "I'm sorry, sinful," and I'm like, "No, why? Why are you sorry?" um, but yes, it was definitely a great way to enjoy a Wednesday evening after work. Had a lot of fun at Antrim, and I will definitely be back.
Yeah, and Fancy was there too, and Fancy's like, "I forgot how much I love this place." But it was really cool, like, I mean, I think it was a little, it takes a little bit of time to understand what's going on because it's really it's complicated, like, a lot of different spells or, like, things to learn. So at first I was kinda lost, but then when we did the group activity, the group raid, that was pretty cool because we all, you're just standing around and then you wait, and then all of a sudden you're all spawned into this world, and then you just scatter, and you could just see everybody, like, "Boo!" Like, go out there, and then at the end, there's like a final boss, and I got such good video. I got to go through it, but such good video of like, because I was staying away. I remembered I'm not supposed to die, so I was on the hill. I think you and I were on the hill, like the aristocrats or something. Like, how doth our peasants fight today? So, but then everybody was like chopping away at this giant tree Groot. So it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. Yes, yes, indeed. I had a lot of fun and I leveled up. I think I'm like level in my 20s, like 24 or something like that. So I got a nice little boost for next time I come back. Um, Big shout out to Knight Gabriel for keeping us safe and carrying us through the raid.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know if you heard Matt say that, like, well, if Gabriel wasn't here, this would be a totally different story. We would actually have to try. So,
Yeah, yeah. He's like, we would actually have to, play our role.
yeah. So whatever he's bringing to the picture, it's pretty good. So, yeah, that was fun. I mean, it's nice to see a game like that in Decentraland because I think, like, I feel bad that I haven't gone to see it sooner and like play sooner. And it's just like it's nice to do it on a group, like on a group of people, like on Wednesday when we all go there, or they do the Sunday Rumble, if everybody's there at once. So yeah, so I feel bad. I should have gone there way sooner. I just checked it out and stayed with it. So I'll definitely be back.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, for me, I kind of feel like, yes, I feel bad that I haven't gone in so long, but, like, I kinda feel good about, like, not showing up until, I guess, now because, like, for me, like, everything was working. I had no complaints. It was fun. Um, like, it felt like an actual flushed out game. Like, so, like, I feel like I wouldn't have, like, had this good, feeling if I had, like, known the development that led up to it. It's like, "Oh, yeah, this spell used to not work, but now it worked." And, "Oh, I remember when chopping trees, I would freeze," or something, whatever it may be. So, like, yes, I feel bad, but at the same time, I'm kinda happy as a consumer, I am happy.
That's true, and that's a good perspective. Is like, how does somebody who's never really played it? I mean, I've played it, like on ABC Decentraland and different times, but like that was the first time that I really got into it, and people were helping like equip stuff. So it's probably good to get a perspective of like how does it feel like to have a game like that in Decentraland, because it's very different. Like most bigger experiences, they're in worlds. So they're not even on the map. And that one is on the map, which is really cool and crazy actually that they're able to do that. But yeah, like how does it feel? How does it interact? And they've done some really good stuff there. So glad to see that and glad to see them still building. There's a really cheap one piece parcel close by. Like, I don't know if anybody's looking for land, but there's a parcel for sale really close. It is kind of funny because it's like tucked away under, I don't know, it feels like the wall. Like the wall is literally, you're looking at it. So it's a cool piece of land that probably not a lot of people would find on accident, but I'm like, oh, that'd be cool. Like, have the wall in your backyard.
Yeah, it's, "Oh, yeah, that's the wall to Antrim." Anyone that comes visits, you could just take them on, like, a quick, like, trip to Antrim.
Yeah, well, it feels like, Game of Thrones where, the wall is right there, so it's kinda like that. Just go look at the marketplace for a parcel of land, there's a giant big estate to the right of it, and that's it, and it's under 1,000 mana, so, I mean, at least for now, that's one of the cheapest, it's one of the floor parcels.
Ooh, tempting, tempting. If anyone's looking for land next to a cool game, that's your shot right there.
It would be cool to have, like, a little, I don't know, like, if you were baking grease or somebody that has all the wearables, like, make a little gallery of, like, KOA collectibles or something like that, put it right there.
Or like you can continue the themes like it's like a tavern.
Yes, totally,
where
totally.
where all Antrim players could come and drink after a long day of slaying monsters.
Oh my gosh, why don't we have that?
I'll throw it into the idea pool for Matt.
That's yeah, and it was funny because towards the end, I was like, "Oh, I forgot." Like, the first Knights of well, yeah, it was Knights of Antrim when it was on my land, my 9 piece. That would have been back in, like, maybe 2022 or 23, but probably 22, and it was so cool because they needed a big piece of land, and back then, it was hard to find such a big piece of land, like 9 parcels, because that was very, very coveted. Now it's like, "Oh, yeah, now we've got lots of land," but back then, it was hard to find, that kinda land to put it on, and I just remember they had, like, tree chopping and chickens, um, and it was really cool, but then, like, when I had to take out the scene, I remember for a while, there were people on my land, floating in the air because they were on a different version, they hadn't refreshed yet, so it's kinda this cool, like, historic piece of history there, it's like, "Yeah, that's right. Such a different world since then."
Yes, I remember the first versions of Knights of Antrim, like on your 9 piece. Just going around killing chickens.
And Peter remembered the name, Dice Masters. Totally forgot.
Yes. Yes, yes. We forget that there's been a rebrand in the time between.
And Argent, GM, good morning. How are you?
Hello, hello.
It sounds so much better when you say "Hello, hello."
Thank you. How are you? So long. So, what are the news? A lot of things changed. Each time I just, it's like I blink and something happens in the Decentraland. Like the latest that I read was that of the how to continue after 2030.
Oh, yeah, the proposal, the 2030
Yeah,
proposal?
that.
Yeah. Yeah, that one is, so yes, well, first of all, welcome. Glad to have you back. And second, yeah, there's so many changes that stuff feels like it's moving really, really fast right now, especially Genesis Plaza. They're putting out like cool new themes, like the Cherry Blossom Festival. The proposal you're talking about is by MetaBeast, which is One Existence, and that is just basically like asking for a plan sooner than later, because in 2030 the idea is that the foundation has handed everything over to the community via the DAO, and so that proposal is just looking at like how are we going to get there, and
That
whether it
can be
passes
very
or not.
fun.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
God.
Well, there are a lot of unknowns. It was a big week. Yamel resigned as the executive director, and Esteban stepped in as the interim executive director. So at least for a while. I don't know. I was like, interim. What does that mean? Is that how long is interim? So I don't know if it's something he intends to just fully do, like long term, or if he's gonna just kind of um, do it until he finds the next stage. But yeah, big week. I think change is always hard when we first hear it. Like, OMG, the sky is falling. But ultimately, change is how that's how opportunities come along. And I think everything we need change to stay viable, to stay fresh. So I'm looking forward to what's next.
But what happened is because he become, in the adulthood age that you don't need to work anymore, or it's because change of life, or happens something because one thing that I like it a lot is that now the Decentraland, I know that I say it like when it happened, but to me was like a shock to see the Decentraland in the Epic store, you know? That was like, wait, what? I can have the Decentraland in the Epic store? That is brilliant. What happened?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think like if you're able to make it to the all hands, like the AMA, that is really helpful just to know what's coming. Because sometimes there'll be a change like that where I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. And like I did that, I don't know, like 2 weeks ago. I was like telling Olavra, like, oh my gosh. And he's like, we said we were gonna do that at the AMA. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, I probably missed that part. So sometimes, like for I think for those of us that are able to just stay tapped in all the time, like we'll hear, Foundation will say, okay, we're working on Epic Store, we're working on Epic Games. Like they got in there, I would say a year ago, just as like I kind of can't explain it, but it was like we could favorite it and it would show interest. It wasn't in there, but it was uh like, I don't know, almost like a, yeah, I don't know exactly, but so like we had kind of stepped our toes into Epic Game Store. Yeah, so to answer your question, I don't know the details of, Yamal moving on. I just like firmly believe nobody's supposed to stay where they are forever. Like that, I was thinking about it. The principal told me that. He's like, you're not supposed to stay in one job forever. And I was like, oh, like, yeah, you are supposed to move on. And so in my mind, I think it's good. I think like those are high stress jobs. I don't know. I hope that the people in charge get to go enjoy life and go do their things and let somebody else come along that's like got the fire in them. I mean, that's just human nature.
Well, that is, yeah, and society changed a lot in that sense. Because, for example, well, it was not the case in my home, but in the common homes in Spain, uh, in the generation, 2 generations up, or the before generation, uh, they can stay for, forever in the same job. So that's not exactly, I don't know if it's ideal or not, but for in many senses, I mean, if you're a curious person, maybe you need challenges that if you stay in the same work forever, you're not going to have. But I don't know. It's what you were saying. I don't know.
Yeah,
Anyway,
totally.
yeah,
I think, I mean, just being somebody that like went to college for teaching special education and now here I am like
yeah.
definitely not doing that. I think we got to change the average adult changes careers 3 times in their life. So, based on that information, I don't know what I'm going to do next. I guess I'm going to be like a physical therapist or something like totally unrelated to these. I don't know.
Why not mental therapist?
No,
And you
no,
can do
no.
it online. I
I feel like
mean,
I've already. I feel like a high school special ed teacher has already done that.
did you do something else in the canteen? Because at least by the live stream that I see, I don't remember those columns there.
No, I've not changed the cantina for a long time. It's actually it's overdue for a glam up. But no, like that actually, the space up above. I think
Yeah.
Fancy's the only person I ever see up there, and I like work so hard on getting like multiple levels. Nobody's ever
Oh,
there, so it's always funny to see how people interact with a property because you're like, wait, I wanted you to be there. But guys, don't feed the warplet that is asking for food. Do not
wait,
feed it.
what?
Yeah, see on the screen that thing? There's one in the water and then there's one over here. Do not feed it.
Why not?
I don't I don't know. I think it's going to turn into a creature.
To a gremlin?
Yeah. Yeah. And I see the wiener dog at 8. There was a wiener dog here and now I don't see the dog. So
I also have a question that I wanted to do to both of you long ago when I saw Sinful change his avatar and profile picture. I mean, here in X, I was thinking, wait, what is he Canesa now? What happened there? Is this a new thing Canesa is doing? What is happening with this birds that looks like a little bit penguins but are
well,
I'm
red?
Canessa's twin.
Yeah, right. I love it.
yep, we are little pudgies. Pretty fun community.
I love it. I love it. Really. I miss a little the draw because of the meaning. But this is also very cute and lovely. And that's all that I wanted to say. I just wanted to say hi to all of you and you both, but also I see a job there and Juan and Toxic and Doctor and also I is T. Are you right? Oh, and Meta. And I see a lot of people that I know and that I for long didn't talk. So how are you? Are you good?
We chillin', just pointing at the warplet. You know, Canessa, this warplet is out of its habitat. The warplet habitat is over there.
I know. I feel like I need to make them a special place. They might be endangered. I don't know.
I I I think they are. We haven't seen many of them.
And I
But
see
this is not the new. I mean, this warblet is not something that AJ here has done. I mean, I think to remember something about that, right?
this one. I believe is something. Well, I don't know if the person who made it wants to come up and speak to it, but I know that they're. I see them here. Um, it's also fun just to not know anything about them, have them just appear. Because we could have like Warplet, Warp Nessa, Warp Hetty, Warp Elf, Warper Parker, Scat Warp. I could just see everybody having warp names to match. But this was a wearable created, and so I think you had to win. I think you had to do something pretty cool to wear it, and it just literally showed up yesterday for the first time. And oh no, it's getting out of the pool. Jay, get it back in there, Jay. Get it in there. Keep it in that. That's like a contained environment. Oh no, she's showing it the miniature dog. I think it's going to eat it. So anyway, warp job. Yeah, I love it when a new wearable comes out like this. And this one, oh my gosh, the walking is just too much. Good. They're going back in their environment. Wow.
Yeah, wasn't I saying earlier the walking on that? I
That is
need this.
something else.
It was just hilarious seeing Malhedi walk into the event yesterday, just like walking and going to claim his OP badge.
Here, we can see
um,
them now.
Arjun, I know like earlier you were kind of like saying like every time you look, like there's something happening in Decentraland. There's something new, new feature, new something. It's like and I would like to welcome you to the Decentraland AI age.
Wait, what? Oh yeah.
I
When?
I have a theory that that a lot of a lot of development is being done with the power of AI these days.
Of
So
course.
thus that has
Claude.
increased
I
the
surrender.
production.
Yeah, I surrendered to Claude today. Just today.
Oh
Before
man. Oh man, get ready for the first day of the rest of your life because like
and guess what? I was thinking, okay, I wanna finish that building that I said to Canessa and never have the time because I want to record how to optimize a 2.7 Blender file to actually 5.0 or dot 1, and you cannot do it directly, but how you can manage them. And I was saying, "Oh, okay, I have to do this for Canessa because I want to do this because I really love the idea, you know." And I always also forget to tell Canessa, I'm doing this. I'm not forgetting, but this is what happened. That I am investing in the time of blah blah blah, etc. And today I was thinking, okay, I'm going just to tell Claude for an example, a quick example, and do me a building, a futurist building, low poly in 3D. It did me something. Of course, it's not like my bullying. Of course, my bullying is better. Of course, but it looks so much Decentraland that I was thinking, wait, what the fuck? Uh, does this does Cloud yet? Because Cloud didn't knew yet, not nothing about me, so nothing about if I am in Decentraland or not. So what impressed me is that the result, it was very Decentraland looking. And I was okay, okay. Mm, I would like to do a few changes, but it's something that I recognize a as the central and building type.
Yeah, that would be really cool, Argent. I mean, so what Argent's talking about is a build that she made for a different, not like made for a different place, not Decentraland. And it's amazing. And I think it would be really cool to have it here. Actually, a friend of mine has a lot of land and they were like, I should put something on it. Now I'm like, that would be another cool place to have it if it's like you needed more land and if it was like higher memory needs.
Mwahahahaha.
Yeah.
Give me bites.
Yeah, so that would be really cool to see because I think it would look so good in Decentraland, and I think just like filling up the map with stuff, not just stuff, but like good stuff because we have so many scenes out there that are just they need to, like I said, they need a glam up, and they might never get it, but you know, one parcel at a time. Maybe that should be our catchphrase. One parcel at a time.
I wonder if we can do like strategy and conquer those games that are strategic, so we can, you know, I go there and occupy
Yeah.
the space.
Like, what if we turned it into gamification? If you look at the map, let's just look at the whole map of Decentraland. Like, we could take a snapshot of this. Oh, it'd be kind of fun to like make it into grids. What if we had like everybody has a different color, or like people have they form alliances like guilds, and then you try to cover the map with your color. You deploy that color on your build. Like you still have your build, but you put like a panel up in the air. So like I would put like a hot pink panel over a cantina. And then on the map it would show up as pink. And so like you just over 1 month you try to like occupy the map, try to or like see what the longest contiguous parcels of land that we could get. Like how far could we go? I mean, I kind of know because I'm like I've
I
looked at
love it.
like making
I,
connecting roads and stuff.
I love it so much that I know already more or less how to win. Even, I mean, now that I have clothes on the pro, I mean, just for 1 month, but I was, I think maybe we can go this something that when you interact with, for example, your avatar go to visit Canessa's space that is pink, your avatar is like a spy, and then automatically change the color, you know. So it's like all the time, and you cannot know who is changing the color because what you
Oh,
have is a spy
okay, I see. So like the
with
color
something activated there that is like, go, go.
like the color like you would basically put a tile above your land, like up in the sky, so you can still have your
Yeah,
land and go underneath it, but it's up in the sky, and then it's color changing, and then like if I am like hot pink and I go on your parcel, it changes to my color. You don't know what color it is, but then if Sinful walks on your land, it like overrides to his color, purple, and we don't know it. So then at the end you try to go and see who has touched all the parcels and left it that color.
exactly.
That's a good idea. That would be such a fun
Yeah.
community
Imagine,
challenge.
imagine. And catch the spy or catch the who is trying to, change all the parcels. That also can be a
Oh.
fun game.
Okay, so it could be like Among Us, where we're all friends on the same team, except
Yeah,
one
yeah, it has
person
to.
is not.
Because if you don't have parcel rights, I guess you cannot do it. If not, it's trolling.
Okay, that's true. It wouldn't work quite the same, but maybe, I don't know. Like I think you could code it so that it would maybe do that.
Well, that will be a breach in security. The call of the Decentraland, surely. But yeah, maybe it's doable. I don't know. I can ask. I can ask. Well, I don't know.
Well, you could
Mm,
do, to start to get like an MVP, you could
We
just
need
do it
a
on.
programmer here that can tell us if that is doable.
Yeah, I think multiplayer can get really really sensitive, but like you could do that on a parcel of land, like a big estate, I'm thinking, where just keep it contained rather than make it like across the whole map. Do something a little bit smaller like that.
But that would be so awesome because it's war, but fun war, but it's war. It's like a rogue style game that you go there and then imagine that you host you host the community building the Centraland, and you have multiple spies here interacting at the same time in your space, changing the color each second, maybe. No. Imagine what can be that in an event that is live.
Yeah, I think there's definitely potential. And Argent, you should jump in and play flag tag. You might really like that. Um, it's pretty competitive, fast paced. You got to run around. If you get the flag, you're lucky. Hang on to it. Don't let don't let somebody get it. And um,
Only I'm going to cheat. Only if I can play with you, because I know that you are not that good at at, the what's the name? La 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 parturing. Sorry, I love you, but yeah, I know.
are you scared of my competitive nature?
Nah, very little.
It's pretty scary.
No, 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 no.
Yeah, I'm
Stop.
more scared about the dawn she's using. That actually her skills, but as I saw her jumping already, so it's less scary. But if only by voice, yeah, 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 really.
Well, you should come in and play it on Wednesdays. I've started a new kind of just a new game night, super loose, flexible. It's like 4 hours long, so you don't have to come for all of it. It's just I wanted it to kind of hit the evening time zone of the US so that people could come after work. So people just kind of jump in and jump out. We just go to different like UGC experiences, and it's pretty like it was pretty fun. Mohedi was clearly the winner. He had a strategy with flag tag, and you can figure out like there are some strategies, but man, it's I got it for maybe 5 seconds, and holding it for 5 seconds put me in like third place. It's so hard to get the flag. It's like a feeding frenzy when a bunch of people are playing it. But
Agree.
yeah, I'm a fan. It's pretty cool. And Matt,
Yeah.
I see Matt down in the audience. We were already talking about Knights of Antron. Really had a good time playing there. So Argent, that's another
So
one.
what time? What time?
It is 3 p.m. West Coast time, 6 p.m. East Coast time in the US. And I have, oh, you know what, guys, hold on. I have my World Buddy smart item, my Pocket Buddy. Sorry, I'm just going to go into my Pocket Buddy because this sucker has UTC time. I'm still gonna struggle, but let's see. So Americas, I can just say, well, let's see. So can I say
What's
convert
the time
custom
in
time?
Spain?
This thing is so cool. It's a smart item, Argent, that lets you do UTC time in game.
Oh, really?
Let's see.
That's really cool because it's a typical question.
Yeah. Oh God, I cannot. I'm gonna lose my mind with UTC because we always do UTC in
For me,
Decentraland
it's
when
a
we're
little
making
bit,
events, but now
yeah.
they
For
switched it to like your own time. Um, okay, so this looks like it's UTC +1 on Wednesday, if that makes sense. It's like 6 o'clock East Coast time is 11 o'clock London time.
at 12 o'clock, you know,
Yeah.
midnight time in my country.
Okay. All right. So that might be too late.
Yeah, probably no.
Uh,
It's
well,
difficult unless you choose Friday or
I
Saturday, the rest
know.
of the days.
Well, I've had other people too, so, like request different times. So we'll see. Maybe there's multiple Ready Up Wednesdays. Maybe Ready Up Fridays. It doesn't roll off the tongue as easy.
Yeah, Friday or Saturday for me is great. Or Saturday after this
Yeah, that would be pretty fun.
and before ABC.
Yeah, my kids might burn the house down if I stay away too long. Because usually when I walk out of these spaces, I'm like, all right, what am I walking into? But usually they've been blowing up my phone with like, he hit me. Like, okay.
Just just put them to work to do meshes
Oh
already.
yes, yes. I know. I've tried. I've tried. But
They
Yeah,
don't they
usually
don't take
when Usually when Canessa finishes up here, she opens her office door and the kids are literally have the torch to the couch, and she's just in time to stop them every time.
Yeah, yeah, they're pretty good, but it does, yeah. Sometimes I feel bad that I'm like I totally they're on their own, but then sometimes I come out and they're like calmly playing together. I'm like, wow, such angels, such angelic souls. And I see we did have Odd Job come up and Matt, and so Odd Job, let's hear from Odd Job first. Maybe I know Odd Job, you this these warplets. Can you tell us about the warplets? Like, should we be feeding them bread or pigeons or wiener
We're
dog?
obviously feeding pigeons.
Yeah.
Always feed the warplet, whatever you have, but especially bread and pigeons.
And
So
coffee.
like carbs and protein. They're just like they're just like us, I guess.
Yeah. So the warplet, for those of you that know and those of you who don't, the warplet is what I guess some people like the OGs over on Farcaster still call their wallet, because Farcaster used to be the protocol, and then the app used to be called Warpcast. Oh, that's perfect. You've got a pigeon in there with bread. I'm nom 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 nom. It's like that's the best of both worlds. Um, yeah. So people started when they switched the name over to just Farcaster. Um, at some point they had an integrated wallet, and people just called it a warplet instead of it's a warpcast wallet, right? So they called it a warplet. But then they changed the name from warpcast to Farcaster for both the protocol and the app and the client. And people just said, oh, I'm going to keep calling it a warplet. um, and just like other bits of lore, like we've got here in Decentraland, there's just weird little bits to the story that sort of get created over time. And uh, I think the Merkel, the original, the founders of Farcaster, uh, they were thinking about creating a mascot, and they generated with AI the, the picture that this character is based on, and people just started calling it a warplet. And then I think it was Say Angel, which is a user on Farcaster, um, decided to uh, use AI and the open API for Farcaster to create an app where people could just, based on their current PFP on Farcaster, it would generate a warplet that was themed off of your PFP. I used it and I really didn't like the one that I got, and I guess I should have just minted it anyway, even though I didn't like it, because now like that original NFT project has opened up a gateway to a bunch of other things that only people with an OG warplet NFT have access to, and I'm just like, okay, well, fuck, I missed that. But ever since I saw the cute little purple guy, I knew I wanted to bring it into Decentraland. I've been trying for a long time to get people on Farcaster to come over to Decentraland, and people in Decentraland to come over to Farcaster. So I mean, that's really the impetus of the warplet. Like it's some funny little thing that exists over in Farcaster. Um, when I had the Farcaster party back in August of 2025, I had originally intended to have this, whole collection available to everybody who attended that celebration. Billy did the DJ. That's where Jump Zone, first made its debut. And then we had a contest. So JK got the closest. So um, she was able to select. I gave away a mythic, and then now once it's all the stuff in the collection is ready, everybody who finished in the top 5 gets a hat. Let me put on the hat. Um, It's called the Jump Zone Chapeau. Let me make sure I turn it on, because with the skin, everything is default turned off. So there's the hat, and it's supposed to kind of look like a target, but it's like a, it's like a white linen, like a, I don't know, like you'd wear in the jungle or whatever. But so instead of being tan, it's linen white with red
You
stripes.
kind of look like a straw hat pirate, so Sinful's gonna like that.
Yes, yeah, it is somewhat evocative of the what's his name, One Piece, who wears the straw hat. So I didn't want it to be an exact take on that, but somewhat inspired by that. Um, I guess the last thing I'd want to say about the Warplet, let's see here. Jay actually has the emote that she selected. So she got the hat, she got the Fargles, which are they're sort of like Noggles, but it's got the Farcaster arch instead of like the square. Um, she got that. She got a mythic, and also she got her choice of whether or not she wanted a Warplet skin or if she wanted this emote. And the emote is a very famous in Farcaster account called Burtwurst, and he's a dog. He's a little dachshund. He's you know it's operated by his assistants, what he calls his assistants, the humans in his life, and it's pure fun. It's actually very very kid friendly, um, and just everything commented on about what's going on in Farcaster in specifically and in Web3 in general, from the perspective of a little, I think he's like 1.5 years old, dachshund dog. So I talked to Assistant One, who takes care of Bert, and I like, hey, I wanted to bring Burtwurst into Decentraland, and we kind of talked back and forth, and like, do we want Sinful? You had the Pang out, I don't know, last week or a couple weeks ago. Like, do you want something like that? Do you want a little Bert to sit on your shoulder? Do you want to carry him around? And then I showed Assistant One some emotes, and I'm like, well, we could do this with Bert, and she's like, oh my god, that's absolutely adorable. Um, so that's the story of Bert. So these are all things that are near and dear to many people in Farcaster. This coming Wednesday, so I think that's the 20th of May at 5 p.m. Eastern, which is 9 p.m. UTC. I and Toxic will be giving a tour to the hosts of Good Morning Farcaster. Now, it's normally they do it in the morning, but I'm going to be teaching. I'm going to be at work. So we picked a special time where I and somebody else from the ABC um, team could join them. It just didn't work out to have Billy with us, so it's just going to be Toxic and I, and we're going to give them, in like an hour or less, right? So we're going to kind of have to speed run a tour of Decentraland. Last thing, we're making available the ABC tours. We're making available one more prize, one more parcel we're giving away that's here in the what I'm calling the La Cantina neighborhood, or the CBD neighborhood. So we're giving away another parcel. Um, it's really open to anybody. I was hoping to get some people from Farcaster interested in it, but if you guys want to come join us on Wednesday night, you can try your hand. I haven't finalized. I haven't figured out what we're gonna do as a contest to try to win the parcel, but we'll figure it out soon enough. So there's going to be a tour. Good Morning Farcaster people are going to be there. Hopefully, there's other Farcaster people are going to be there, and we're giving away a parcel among other prizes. We'll be giving away some Warplets and some Burtwurst emotes, and some Fargles. So that's the whole deal.
I took note because I think it's an hour that I can go because it's before midnight. Sorry,
Very cool.
Canessa.
We'd love to
Pero,
have you there, Argent.
yeah, right. And it's also Wednesday. So after you, it comes Canessa, though, right? It's the same day.
I believe so. I think it's Canessa, yours is an hour after that, so it's 6 p.m. Eastern time. Is that correct? Did I do
Yeah.
the time right?
Yeah, mine is it starts at 6. It's
Okay.
3 p.m. to 7 p.m. West Coast time. But
Okay.
super loose. Nobody has to come sit there for the whole time.
Gotcha. It's like an open house.
Yeah, it's like you roll through for what you can and yeah.
Okay, well, we'll for sure do a raid. We'll when we're done or just about to wrap up with our deal. We'll hand everybody over to you and to your event. So always like doing the handoff, doing the raid.
Well, and if you wanted, I do have the hide and seek made up, and if you wanted the the special helmet that lights up, I could send you that, and you could always do like last person hiding is the winner or something like that. I don't know. And there's some
Ooh,
other.
that sounds like fun.
Oh yeah, it's really fun hunting everybody.
I did that last Wednesday, not this past Wednesday, but the Wednesday before. I think the first time that you had the Ready Up event. I'm not really a gamer, so I didn't really understand what the what what I was doing.
Yeah.
But now that you've explained it, I have a better understanding. So yeah, we could do a hiding thing. Um, I'm really open to anything, and we don't have to discuss it now. I can have an offline discussion with you, Canessa, so that we could
Yeah.
work out the details. So that's a very generous offer from you. Thank you so much.
And you can both tell me to my ear what are the best spots to hide so I can cheat.
Well, apparently right in front of my face because I walked by and didn't see one of our friends and they like I guess I walked in the room and didn't quite come in all the way and then left and they thought they were going to get seen but it's yeah, it's pretty fun. It's kind of something you have to watch on Twitch to see what's happening. Like it's there's some special effects that are pretty cool. So some other gamification things too. Odd job that might be real easy to put in and just fun and make it like easy. I think as I'm designing more and more game experiences, just like making it real easy for new people that don't like have they're just trying to learn controls and put where their fingers go on the keyboard. So we have to design it much different than for Decentraland peeps that are like locked in and ready to go.
I love it. The Diana one he did with the art for the community building the Central and Art Week. You know that you had to jump from the top to the center, and
Yeah, which one was that? Was that um Odd Jobs or was that a different experience?
no, yeah, it was him.
Yeah, the Farcaster Arch right by ours. Yeah, we're like by that area.
Yeah, Jump Zone. Yes. Yeah. I mean, I would love to have that be live. The reason I'm casting about looking for something else is that I thought I reset the leaderboard, and while the game mechanic works, it doesn't update the leaderboard. So I haven't taken the time to try to figure that out. I certainly could. I also have a full-time job, and it's the very end of the school year. And in the last 2 weeks, I've had 4 IEP meetings. So um, not to make excuses, but I just have a lot of paperwork that that I have to do before I'm done before summer gets here. So I don't know. Maybe I'll try to take a look at it today. I could certainly do that, but yeah, it doesn't have to be that. Um, in fact, I would almost like it to be something that's not that, so that we could showcase something else that's cool in Decentraland, because there's just so many interesting new things that are being created all the time. As you said, Argent, like every time you check in, there's something new, there's something amazing that's happening. So definitely looking to spread the love.
Hello everyone.
Hello, hello. How are you?
Fine, fine. What about you?
We're well. We're just enjoying this Saturday morning and touching in with each of our friends. I see we're a
Yeah.
Shy participant.
So yeah. So I'm Gungun from India and a Shifa 16 participant and a video content creator. And I really admire how Decentraland is building a creative Web3 space where communities truly own their digital experience. I love the vision behind the project and would love to know if there is any way that I can contribute through video content creation or something like community engagement or campaign support and all.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. The nice thing about Decentraland is that it's user owned and operated, so it's the individual creators. Like everybody here, pretty much is just a private landowner or a wearable creator or somehow a content creator. So, um, yeah, like if that's your skill set, video creation, or any kind of marketing, just maybe give us a quick run, like a summary of what are your talents and like what is it that you're hoping to bring to the table, and then anybody that's interested maybe could reach out to you.
Okay, sure. Definitely, I will DM you, right?
Yeah, feel free to DM me.
Yeah,
There's a lot of different, like a lot of different people working on different projects. So based
yeah,
on like what your skill set is, like somebody might
yeah.
be hoping to find a marketer for their new brand that they're going to open, or somebody else might be like, "Hey, I love making these experiences. I hate doing the video editing, and so I need somebody to do
Yeah,
that." So
yeah, definitely. And one more thing I just want to ask you, like, is there any ambassador program for Decentraland or you guys are planning to launch it? Is there anything like that?
there has been in the past. I was the ambassador coordinator for that program. We're trying different things. So ambassadors where we're going to go do IRL, events. I don't know that
Okay.
that was the best fit at that time. And so possibly, it might be brought back in the future. I think if you're, interested in anything like that, there's always opportunities that come up in Decentraland. There was the
Yeah.
Jumpstart program. There's a welcome guide program. My biggest suggestion is, because everybody in this room, there's people that have been here for years that eat, sleep, and die Decentraland. Like, I'd say jump in, get to know the world, get to know the creators.
Yeah.
That would be the best place to get started.
Yeah, definitely sure. Thank you so much. Nice to talk with you.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming up. And I'm also a Shifi grad. So it's nice to meet another one. So thank you so much.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
Take care. And I know Matt came up a little bit ago. Matt, we were talking about Knights of Antrim, how much fun we had. Absolutely, trying to not die, basically following our directions very carefully. Um, it's just surprising how hard it was not to like go rush the bad guys.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you guys stopping by and checking it out. Um, yeah, the instructions, that's something that I definitely have to work on. We've been in Decentraland for a little while now, so a lot of the players that are regulars to KOA are just kind of used to everything, and that's one of the things that could slip is like adding instructions or so people that are just now visiting can quickly pick it up and kind of understand what's going on within the first 5 minutes. So I
Oh,
definitely
trust
appreciate you guys for coming.
Matt.
Hmm.
It's not gonna matter if I've been playing for 5 minutes or 5 years. I'm gonna rush the enemy and die. Like that.
Oh, hell yeah.
It wasn't a matter of your instructions. It's just like, don't rush the enemy. That, like, if I play Fortnite, same thing. My son's like, Mom, why did you do that? You don't have a good weapon. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Can you res me? So no, Matt, like the instructions, I mean, it's like it's a complicated, like it's a really in-depth game, so it makes sense that it's going to have like a lot of like layers to learn. So no, I thought it was great.
No, there's a word for that, isn't it? I used to play a lot of Halo, and there's a word I think for the guy that just like runs straight forward to the enemy team, 4v1, and usually gets either smacked or like takes out two or three of them, and we're just like, hey, that's amazing. So
Yeah. There's a lot of funny like Fortnite memes about people like me that will rush the squad and like but a lot of times it pays off, and I don't know. I yeah.
well, it
So
definitely paid off this Wednesday. I saw you chopping away at the ankles of the ancient tree guardian. So hats off to you. Also to Sinful, the jellyfish, hiding in the ponds of Antrim and popping out at the last second and smacking the tree guardian. So that was awesome. Playing games in Decentraland is one thing, and it's fun, but playing games with the community, it just takes it to a whole nother level. So I've seen a lot of well, not a lot, but I've seen a good amount of game events or game related events with the on the hour program. So I think it's going to be good to see some of those people just exploring a little bit more of the games that are in Decentraland. And I think going with a group, having that multiplayer aspect, just takes it, to a whole nother level. So I'm pretty excited for that. And just quickly speaking of that, Sunday tomorrow, just a quick plug for our on the hour program. We're doing the Rumble raids in KOA, so come and check it out. I'll be there to give you instructions, so you don't have to click through all the menus and try to figure it out. I think once oh, I don't know if I dropped. Yeah, once I just kind of point you in the right direction a little bit, then it gets a little bit easier, it gets a little bit more fun, and then when you're playing with people, then it's like, okay, this is awesome. So come check us out on Sunday, 9:30 a.m. EST to 11:30 a.m. EST. And yeah.
I love that. That's 6:30 a.m. my time, but I have back in my deep Fortnite days, I would just wake up and immediately log in and just slaughter. And so like it might be a little early for me, but I know Sin, you're on a better time zone for that. But yeah, and Fancy was saying in World, like having Matt explain to me what to do in voice chat was very helpful, figuring out what's going on, and like the new voice chat feature that Decentraland added this week, it just couldn't have
Game
come at a
changer.
better time. Like having you just tell me, like instead of typing, like what to do was a game changer.
Yeah, for sure. I think any KOA player that's in the Discord, they know I hate typing. I just like type the laziest things I could possibly think of. So having voice chat is just it's awesome. I can just quickly kind of walk you through some things, and then also for the Rumble raids, I plan on streaming on Twitch, so it might be even a lot easier just to see me kind of go through the game, like the first 5 minutes of setting up the characters, picking your racing class, feeding your dragon, doing all these things. And I'll be doing it with a new character every week because I love just creating random new characters with all the different I don't know what you call it, but just paths that you can take with the character creation. I just love just kind of still even exploring myself because I let AI do most of the work in KOA, so I can actually play the game and have fun, even though it does a really crappy job, like without me, like constantly going back and cleaning it up. But it does a pretty decent job. So I think that's another good angle. Like you can actually build experiences in Decentraland using AI games, especially that you actually yourself enjoy playing. So then it motivates you to keep things going, keep community going, keep the game going, which just adds more to the player retention that we are aiming towards. As a Decentraland community, as a whole. So it works.
100%. Like if we're not having fun, why would we expect anyone else to come and have fun? Like it's got to be fun, and then like having like the social layer, like having more like having Sin there as a jellyfish, and I have to protect the jellyfish. Like, man, that just it like you didn't plan that in your game, but all of a sudden you're
Yep.
the jellyfish warrior. You know, like those are the
It's
surprises.
a role playing game, right? It's an RPG. Like let's do it. Let's get in. We play roles. We have our wearables for a reason. Like I think that's really what it's all about.
I love that. I love that. I think that's one thing that Decentraland has not done a lot. Like, is just role play. I mean, just you know, I don't know. I see other platforms. I'm like, whoa, you guys are totally into it, and I'm still like
Yeah, for
me.
sure.
But yeah, yeah. So I think
Yeah, like Grand Theft Auto or whatever, like the role play stuff that they have for that. I don't really play it. I just kind of like see these as YouTube videos, for games and stuff. Um, but like, yeah, little role playing experiences. I think it's pretty big. I think they do a lot of that on like Red Dead Redemption. They have like role play servers where, people are going in there and they create like um clans and guilds and whatever, and they have their role play rules and just kind of play the game together and do all those things. So I think something like that in Decentraland would definitely be really cool. And as a part of Nice Adventure, we do have guilds now. So you can go in and like you create your guild and you can invite players. The leader of the guilds can promote and demote players and stuff like that. It's really cool. Then there's also guild competitions where the guilds that had the most damage on like world boss, they get gems and things like that. So there's some other layers into Night Tantrum that for this next Wednesday, if you guys decide to stop by, we can start to peel back some of those layers. And from
Okay.
what I heard Argent say, which is a really good idea, and this is something I've been semi working on in a way. So like you got to do like a bunch of different projects if you're a creator, right? You don't want to just stick on one because then you get bored and you got to come back to it. And you know how it is. So I've been working on like little side games and stuff like that. And one of those is a like a real time strategy game, like similar to StarCraft or Red Alert or World of Warcraft or whatever, like just real time strategy. And it's Antrim based, and you use your villagers to mine and build houses, build barracks, fight against NPCs that are also doing the same thing on a big, empty plot of land with some trees and stuff. But what I was thinking is like for the guilds, we would actually have like little guild areas where if you join a guild, you can have like a whole land for yourself where you're kind of building up like a little village and a castle and stuff like that. So it was similar to I think what Arjun was saying on a more on a smaller level, but yeah, just having that community involvement, team play, multiplayer, voice chat, role playing guilds, having that all of that stuff kind of come together, I think is a pretty interesting experience in Decentraland.
Matt, do you know what I want to do now?
What's that? How to
I want
cheat?
to send one of your dragons as one of my spies to Canesas,
Yeah.
so it changed into my color without me being there, but my dragon is, you know? So
Was
that
it?
would
What
be,
was it? You said sending a spy.
yeah.
Yeah, like
Imagine,
We
imagine I send to Canesas a dragon.
we were
Two
exactly.
coming up
dragons,
with
two
an
dragons.
idea at the very beginning of like having some kind of game where you go along and like you change the color of like territory, but nobody knows that you've done it, and so like having like a spy that could do that would be so cool. And
Yeah.
thinking about like IP and stuff. I mean, I've seen the Knights of Antrim like assets in the awesome repo, so they're in there because I like programmed like a little dragon game and it made this cool dragon. But now I'm like, oh shoot, that's your dragon. Like I don't want to steal it. But like if you had a guild, let's say I made the guild like I don't know, Kness's Warriors of the North. Like I could make a world that then like my guild members. What if it was only access to like my Antron guild members where then they come in? Like there's so much potential, which I don't know if
Hmm.
you like how much you like would let go of the idea or something like, but to take like people could just really build their own narrative from your world, I guess. Seems like so.
Yeah, I mean that's our assets. The Royal R. So it's everyone's. It's not, it doesn't belong to me. The DAO paid for those models to be created. And they are created from scratch, hand painted, all of that stuff. So, they went out to supporting artists. But yeah, that stuff belongs to all of us. So I would say go ahead. Like if you want to build an experience with, I didn't know that they were in the awesome repo. To be honest, I didn't know there was any KOA models in there, but
I think that's where they are. I mean, it's your dragon. It's the Open DCL. So yeah, maybe check it out. It's the Open DCL from Regenesis Labs is making it, and that is tapped into all of the assets, I believe, from the awesome repo. So it made a really cute dragon that I thought AI created. I was like, wow, this thing is like off the hook. But then when I got to your world, I was like, oh, like that's the dragon. So
yeah, no, there's a there's a version of Antrim like from a while ago. They were trying to help us with like migration, but like end up stopping in the middle. But there's, I think, at least all the assets from then are probably still tied to that public repo. So that's probably how they ended up there. But yeah, either way, I mean, yeah, no, they're not AI generated or anything like that. So you won't run into any issues with anything. And yeah, those are all free to use. So if you need to use some cool Antrim RPG assets, please go ahead.
Well, it would be cool. Like I'm in my mind, it would be pretty easy and quick to make a world that has like, it's just a world you can explore, tavern, club, and then like, I don't know, maybe somebody makes that and then has one for the elf, one for human, one for what's the other one?
I think there's like 5 guilds right now. So there's the School of Tuna from our one and only Tuna Boy. Then Billy T Coin has Elf.
Okay.
Gabriel has KOA. Bacon Grease has like, I think it's like the Crusaders of Crispy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there's I can't remember the last one. Maybe that's me. I can't remember, but yeah. And that's kind of what I was saying. Like, so you know how we can have like different realms or whatever in KOA, right? So I think you guys only spend time like in Antrim, but if you open the map, there's 9 different realms, which is basically just using the same 10 by 10 plot, removing all the assets and building a new map on top of it, right? And so the idea was that we could do that for each guild. So each guild would have their own 10 by 10 plot of land to be able to like build a whole kingdom, right? And we would just have like building assets that we would get created, and like you would, based on like your guild activity, you could unlock different things like a guild hall or barracks or whatever the case, and build out like a whole 10 by 10 plot of land with your guild.
Yeah, that would be so cool. And then like, I mean, that seems like the future of the part where people really start bonding together. And like if you had one world and you have them all on different sides of the map, even have something, oh my gosh, you could have it like, guys, let's go grab like Tuna's flag or something, and we go over there and steal it. Like Argent, that would be some fun stuff. And then like each, yeah, like I don't even know if you can do that, but like go grab
possibilities
it,
are open.
They are.
Yeah.
So cool.
It fly my mind to just with that of the grabbing something to eat, or that is what I understood together, even in the distance. Or I remember that in China is this city that you can order, and some drones brings you food. I mean, sorry if it's a little bit off topic, but it went my mind there.
Wait, say that again, Arjun. It was a restaurant in China.
It's an art. It's a city.
Does anybody say anything? Can't hear anything.
I don't remember the name.
Yeah, maybe we can't hear. Can
I mean, I hear Arjun.
Okay, I repeat.
But maybe Matt can't. Or
I can hear now. I can hear you. I can
Okay,
hear Simple at least.
but you
Aló,
can't hear
aló,
Argent?
There we go. I can
aló.
hear Arjun now.
Okay.
Sorry. Thank you.
And sorry. Now
I don't know
continue.
if it's
Sorry.
a little bit of topic, is what I was saying, because it reminded, I understood grabbing a meal together if it's possible, blah, blah, blah. And then I remember, oh, you know what? Is there drones in a city in China that already can do that? Eh, um, I don't know how effective is to hire a drone, because you have to hire, instead of a delivery guy for food, because it seems that you have to have 3 guys for each drone. But I was thinking it would be nice to have together like this collective meal coming together like this. And I don't know. Sorry if it was a little bit of topic, but my mind, I think, is thinking in food. Maybe.
Let's
Sorry.
get you some food, Argent, but that's a great idea. I mean, we don't even think about food at all in the metaverse, but like if I'm thinking about like what you're saying, and we're talking about Knights of Antron, like I want to see like a tavern, a pub where people are coming not to listen to music or anything, but like to, I don't know, it's like to order their food, and they've got like, the giant turkey legs and like the, a boar over the fire, and then somehow we can talk about our victories of, like, what if it was kind of affiliated to like the most recent kills in Antrim, where you could, gosh, and even if you could like relive the moments of like the tree monster, like go and like relive the, the victories of battle, like.
Hey, Vanessa, honestly, like, come to the Discord and, come hang out and let's get some ideas going. I'm fairly familiar how to develop now in Decentraland, so it would be great to just collaborate on some features. So, we can maybe take an hour or so and just open up the stream and just start putting together a cool experience, that we can, build on together. I'm always open for ideas. If you look at the KOA Ideas channel, it's just spilling over, just as much as the Bugs channel, but we're working on it. So, um, but yeah, like I'm always open for collaborating. So let's please do that at some point.
That would be cool. I mean, I think there's certain kind of gamers, like there's the hardcore gamers, PvP and like first person shooter gamers, but then there's the cozy gamers, and I think that like the future is when you can mix both of those together, and you've got people that do not care to go hunt the beast, but they want to host the feast, and then like have everybody show up and they got their cozy shit going. So like that would
Yep.
be a cool way to hit more of a target audience of like, yeah, more people. So I will hit you up. There were other things I was like, I gotta talk to Matt. So yeah, that'd be cool.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I have to go though to a birthday party, but I appreciate you bringing me up here and letting me ramble on about Knights of Antrim. And if anybody else wants to hear me ramble, because I can ramble for hours about KOA. So if anybody else wants to hear me ramble for at least a couple hours, come check us out on Sunday. 144, comma -7. I think it's in the Discord and stuff like that. So just or the Discord is in my profile. That's what I meant to say. So just come check us out. We'll see you then. And CBD, I really appreciate you guys. I remember day one CBD, so it's really awesome to see you guys going for what, over 3 years, like 4 years. So yeah, it's amazing.
Shout out to you guys at KOA for being one of the ones that have stuck it out through maybe one of the darkest hours of DCL with the whole new transition. Both you, Soul Magic is still around, I know.
Yep.
And we talked about Wondermind a couple weeks ago. The guy behind Wondermind actually was in the Decentraland Discord too, made a comment. So they are still around.
Yeah, I think he was actually in KOA. I saw his name pop up on some of the metrics. Yeah. So yeah, I'm glad, and it's this is now's the time, right? Like we have so many tools to be able to build. Like it's nothing like 2022. It's obviously not 2021, but 2022 we had more people coming and building stuff and more experienced people. It's nothing like that now. Anybody can come in and build their dream. Anybody can. So I would say all the OGs that were out there and left because barrier to entry. I know a lot of like Decentraland devs, they were charging like up the wazoo, back then because it is harder to build because it's mostly like workarounds to be honest. But now that we have AI and all that stuff, like it's so much easier. So please come back, please try it out again, and like let's just make some stuff. All right, guys, I'll see you.
Have fun at that birthday party.
Take
Don't
care.
forget
Will
the
do.
gift.
I'll be listening though. Can you? I guess yeah. Can you move me down, or I don't see a way to move down.
Yeah, I think we
The
can
the
move you
three
down.
dots next or go up to. You should have leave up at the top
Oh, I
right.
see. Yeah, I have to leave. Oh, I don't want
I
to
can,
No,
leave.
no, nope, nope. The three dots next to leave should have a
Yeah.
switch to listener.
Oh, there it is. All right.
Listener.
Thanks a lot. See ya.
bye.
Morning, everyone.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I've got a whole ton of comments. Hopefully, I can remember them. Um, the territory thing you're talking about with the colors and stuff reminds me of the robot thing. A bunch of people did the testing for the smart wearable. They had the little game where you connect things and try to take over
Yeah. When
a
was
bunch of
that? Was
things.
that? I'm like, okay, am I? Yeah. When was that? Was that a while
Well,
ago?
they were there through until the whole transition happened, and
Oh,
then I
Rovi? Was it Rovi?
no. That was a whole huge other thing that would be nice to see come back. I know Green Surfer was a
Yeah.
huge fan of that. I cannot think of what the robot thing is called, but you'd get like a little computer screen would pop up, and just select 1 through 6 or something. I can't think of what it's called. I can picture it in my head. It's a little square robot thing that would extend out, kind of become snake like. That's the best I can remember. My
Yeah,
best.
that sounds like the game Snake, like super simple. Um, it's kind of like that. Like the more that you touch, the more. Oh! No, I know what you hypo.
Yes. That one. That
Yes,
one.
because
Sorry. The more
Oh,
you touch, what happens? Sorry,
well,
Canessa.
there's like a game, Snake, I think is what it's called. It's just like a super old game. I think it was originated in the 80s, but then there's like newer takes where everything you touch it turns your color. So by the end, you just want as much of it as your color as possible. But that's a little bit different. What Metabeast is talking about is Hype O that was created by Dapcraft. And it was one of the first smart wearables. And I don't, because I bought it and it was expensive. And then now
Oh,
I don't think
okay.
it's a thing.
But
it was
my
pretty
intention
cool,
with
actually.
the question was different. What grows the more you touch. That was the intention.
I want to shout out two people in the space that aren't always usually here too. Real quick. Excuse me, Miss Shorty Talls down there, who I told come up to announce this. So those of you that have a MetaMask wallet, they have their rewards thing. Um, it's one of the menu options down below on mobile. And frequently, I didn't know this until today, but there's an arrow next to the word benefits. If you click it, it opens up a bunch more. There's a doodles thing in there right now. There's chimpers. But also, and I had read this and I was waiting to see it, but when you do click that arrow, it opens up more, and there is a 100 Decentraland marketplace credits for new users and those that somehow for those that are re-engaging with Decentraland, you can get 100 marketplace credits. So be sure to check that out. Thank you, Shorty, for telling me how to find that. And then DJ Dave down there, hopefully someday, he is one of the people out there that has Decentraland land. A while ago, I'm hoping he has found where it's at and is able to access it again, and will finally give me build rights on them. But he's had some land for quite some time, evidently.
And Metabase, sorry, where was you kind of cut out when you said something about Shoddy and like the arrow that you click on? Where was that?
When you go to the rewards, you'll see an arrow next to the word benefits.
What website are we looking at?
This is the mobile. I believe
Oh, okay.
rewards is only on MetaMask mobile.
Got it. Okay.
If you want, I can
I
clarify for you.
Yay!
Hi. It is the MetaMask mobile app only. And if you scroll down, then you'll see benefits. And Metabase is correct. It's benefits. You click it, and they only show 3 at the top. So if you click it, it'll expand to all the different benefits. To clarify, though, it is just for new users. It is a free opportunity we got with MetaMask. We did not pay for this. It was a really nice thing where they reached out to us and offered it. So it is not a paid acquisition thing. But it was a great opportunity for us to get in front of some MetaMask users that maybe haven't been in a really, really long time, or a new user, as an opportunity to bring them back in and offer credits. So for us, that's great, because obviously if they come in and they redeem and they don't use it, then nothing happens. And if they do use it, then obviously that's great, and it goes straight into creators' hands. So it kind of felt like a win-win opportunity across the board. So that is why we're featured there. It is only until May 31st. So if you know anyone using MetaMask and they are not a Decentraland user, this is a good opportunity for them to jump in. It is, the timeline's all based on the agreement we have with them, but it will end May 31st, and then the credits will be dropped for the next season's claim, so that they have actual time to use it, because obviously if they got it now, it wouldn't give them much time. So I'm doing parent things, so that's the only thing I'll jump up here for. But I hope that helps clarify if anyone's being asked.
Thank you, Kim.
Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you.
I think there was more. I forgot a bunch of it. I do have one big thing, but I can hold off on that one for a bit, unless you just want to jump in.
Let's just jump in, I guess. Let's see. We did
All
have
right.
May come up as a
Oh,
speaker, but I think a lot of times we jump from person to person. So I think you've got the floor, Meta Beast, and let's give this
okay.
topic the time it deserves.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you. So, I mentioned this a couple of weeks ago. Excuse me. And it is up. It's one of every Decentraland person's favorite topics with the DAO. But there is a proposal in. It's for the 2030 plan. So most of you will know that the mana depletes come 2030. The original white paper states at that time, the foundation will hand the keys over to the community. And I have not felt that we are in any way, shape, or form prepared for them to just throw things at us, because there are many roles and stuff that the foundation covers and does that will somebody somehow, some way, will have to probably take over. Some of those may and probably will need to be paid for. I am assuming and guessing. That's what a lot of it is. But this is for the council to coordinate with the community's help, and that's to me that's a big part of it, is that it will require work and help from people in the community to discuss the things that we feel will need to be in place for this to happen, and they're not something that can happen, overnight. Because we all talk about how early we are to everything. Well, this is one big one. I feel that we're not early anymore. We are hopefully at least on time. Um, but some of those things are, um, one of the big ones is a legal aspect. Uh, the foundation has legal representation. Regenesis Labs has or legal representation. We as a community have none whatsoever. Um, so I feel that that's something that needs to be looked at. There's the servers that um, Decentraland lives on. Uh, there's a whole bunch I can't remember, but this all actually started with I wanted the DAO to actually be a little bit more automated than it is, which I believe has started to happen. Is that correct, Canessa? So
There's a
that's a
lot of
great thing.
moving parts to that, but yes, that's the intent, is that eventually the parts of the governance process that can be automated are exactly that.
That is awesome to hear. Another big topic that people have talked about in the past was diversifying. Um, Now I know Regenesis Labs, some of the money we have given them, they have diversified for the DAO. Not to be confused with, because there are two. One is for them to, I believe, I'm gonna guess, to extend their DAO money to help extend that, which is great to me. So they've actually started to do something with that, because diversifying would have been one of those things too. Um, but overall, it's to come up with, figure out what needs to be taken care of, and then another thing I feel that has been always been a problem is it is also to name a person or a group of people, that will be responsible for these types of things, and to keep the community informed as to progress on some of those things. But accountability always, I feel it's always been dodged in some way. Um, so there's that as well. And I have to say thank you to everyone who has voted. Currently, 32 votes, which is amazing to me considering the amount of participation or voting for anything has been ever since the transition and the Dow grants have gone away, has been very, very low. So I appreciate each and every one of you that has so far voted. We're at 32 total votes, 3.7 million VP. We need 2.3 more. I think it was Peter Parker who mentioned something on X in regards to a post I put out there. He said 6 million. That sounds like a lot, and in a way it is, but that's the way a final binding DAO proposal I think should be, to make sure that it's what people want. And of those 32 votes, 31 are yes, one small is an abstain, and I think that's amazing. We do have a little ways to go. We have until May 19th is when it closes, which is what, 3 days away, 4 days away. Um, I feel pretty good about it. Just need a few more, and I know there's probably people out there that kind of wait to go vote just to gauge how the community is going, feels towards it. So hopefully those will come in. But also, so people know, there are also some out there opportunities, those who have enough VP to basically kill any proposal if they wanted to, or put one through of their own if they ever wanted to. Um, but please check that out, and you may come across a few areas. So I'm putting out a full campaign on this. I a couple of areas in Decentraland, you may come across a billboard. When you go onto the parcel, you'll get a pop-up. It provides the link directly to that proposal, should you wish to vote. Um, couple of those billboards are directly south of um, the CBD area. So if you do come across those, find them. I think it's negative 141.77, I think is one of them, which is south of you guys. Um, so you don't have to go looking for it because they've kind of made it more difficult to find on the website. You have to scroll all the way to the bottom where most websites have a full menu down below too. And you have to click vote if you want to go through the website and not click in world link, which I don't blame you. Um, but on my honor, it should be perfectly safe to do so.
Oh, okay. It's good to hear that that was you because I think I walked past one of those lands and I was like, oh, that's cool. Someone made a land that features DAO proposals. And then I was like, um, but not today, Satan. I'm not getting caught. And then I walked away and went to the DAO through my own means.
You're welcome. They will go away after the proposal. They are just for this proposal. So,
Well,
um,
I do want to say, Metabeast, like the council. I mean, we've talked about it, and it's important. We believe that it should be pursued no matter what. So, regardless of the outcome of this, we are going to pursue this. The 2030 transition plan. There's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of moving parts behind the scenes. I think that um, from where the council intended to begin as a strategic oversight, not an execution arm of the DAO. Um, we, we there is a lot that we're working on behind the scenes, and so my only concern with that is those hard dates for deliverables, because we have a lot of other legal um, legal stuff right now, and not like we haven't been paid since November. So I just want to make sure that like we're not putting more on a position that it's not within the scope of that position. We've got to continue to work on the legal aspects that are facing the DAO right now. And on that note, I will not. I was kicked out of the Decentraland DAO this week, the Discord, and so I won't be communicating there. I can't. I don't know what I did to violate the terms of service, but I will be using, I guess, the main DCL Discord from communication from now on.
You were too honest and too much of a good person to be allowed to stay in there. You know, uh, decision made by the thief himself.
Well, when you have people who have said specifically that there's one council member who's vocal and showing up in world, and that's the one that's kicked out, it doesn't bode well for transparency and communication. So um, that's fine. There's a lot of other places. I know CBD because because it's the community owned Discord. I know that at least we are able to maintain a clear, transparent line of communication without any tampering or anything like that.
sorry, you cut off on me when you were talking about the council, so I had to jump out and jump back in. But I think I got the gist of it. So, and I appreciate that. I appreciate having the support there. I did see Meta Ryuk, um, one of the few I can remember who is on the council. I saw that they voted yes, so I appreciate Meta as well.
So Metabee's just been, because this is a lot of back and forth. Did you hear the second part about not communicating anymore?
No.
Okay, so I was removed from the Discord, so I am not able to communicate there anymore. So just as far as like communication, I'll be doing that through like the main Decentraland Discord.
That's perfectly. That's well. That's. I mean, I'm sorry to hear that. That probably stupid. But they do have a DAO channel in the Decentraland Discord, which I check every once in a while. And I actually just jumped into the DAO Discord again like a couple weeks ago. I got rid of it after a bunch of that stuff. So that's still a good place to go. Um, oh, and one other important part on this is so the foundation. We can't require the foundation to do anything through the DAO Discord, which is fine. But there is in there um, to request anything and everything possible that they are willing to tell us as far as how they saw this uh, the transition panning out. Um, who knows? Did they ever think about how that was going to happen? I don't know. I don't know. Uh, I did in that channel. Yet Mel had posted something, and so I responded to him. So there has been at least one contact or uh, request to them about this, and then I know Esteban is stepping into Yamel's place. I want to say I feel pretty good that maybe Esteban will be on board with this. I was in my research and stuff. I was looking at things and um, reading Esteban's uh, application to be one of the council members. Um, for some reason, I can't remember exactly why. Kind of makes me think that. Um, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes. Um, but again, thank you everyone who has voted. Everyone who has, because I've talked to numerous people in the background, and I got quite a bit of support from some people as well. One person told me I'm not crazy because I did have that question asked when I started doing some of these proposals. That when people start doing some of these things, they tend to think you're crazy. Um, well, if I am crazy, and I think it's all for good, hopefully at least. And then I do have a question. So, how do you post an event now, or are events now called hangouts? If they're hangouts, then problem solved. If there's you
Yep,
still do it as
they're
an event, then I'm confused and lost.
they're hangouts. Kim somewhere, I think 2 weeks ago, told us, because I know I was like, "What the what?" Like I don't know what this is, but yeah, they're just
No,
hangouts.
okay, good, because I didn't want to go and put one in there, and that's totally different. But all right, good to know. And I think there's probably one or two things, comments I had wanted to say. Oh shoot, Argent left. I wanted to say hi to her. Good to see her around. But if I think of it, I'll put my hand up. Otherwise, I think that covers most of it. Oh. Uh, I did a post on X. Um, this was kind of a warm up, some Decentraland trivia. I just put together a little parcel. There'll be a kiosk, and you can quiz yourself on some Decentraland questions. And they're timed, and you get one shot because I don't want people using AI and, if possible, or guessing and then coming back and just changing their answers. It's just kind of for fun. I'm trying to see if I can put together some kind of wearable package or possibly creating something for the top people. I forget how many questions is this, 10 or 12 maybe. But that'll be up soon and I'll post it. And I will turn it over to Make if you like.
Sounds good. Welcome, welcome, Make.
Good morning. Can you hear me? Hello? Good
Yep.
morning.
Yep.
Nice work, Meta Beast. Wow, there are a whole bunch of things. Uh One, Canessa, that let's just start with Canessa. That altered this conversation that I thought got passed over, but should be readdressed. The team that got put in place when the mess kind of started with the DAO has not been paid since November for their efforts. That's terrible. And as somebody who currently gets his server from one of those people, we're gonna have to change that. I'm so sorry to hear that. It's just so disheartening. Two, the hangout thing and the new times have been chaotic at best. Thank you, Canessa, for adjusting at least so we could get something started new. Definitely want to check back in with you and see where you landed on that, and what's
I
working with.
I didn't mess with a thing, so I think you messed with. I think because you were like, "Thanks for adjusting." I didn't adjust anything, so I think it's. I think maybe it's just okay, and we just got to figure out. We got to figure out this UTC. We should use M's new Pocket Buddy and use that to do the UTC, and then screen share, so that we're like, okay, we're logged in because the UTC is killing me, and I
So
it's
I
just
just wanted to mention for Hangouts and how I got twisted at least. There are certain different tools. Some people are using tools for the hourly sessions, and those are done in UTC. But the new Hangout feature on the top right corner, you can either choose UTC or your time. And that's where I think everybody, at least for me, that's where I got screwed up because I was working from UTC time, but I was selected in my regular time. And so I think I just didn't know exactly where things were landing. So there's that. But yes, if you're checking Hangouts, you can choose UTC or your personal time. Um, yeah, so we'll see how that goes. Also, just quick note, thanks to those who came out last night. It was really fun. Beats from the Basement absolutely ripped. And thanks for Vape. I hope Vape comes up because I think he's got something to talk about as well. Um, yeah, and then I was just wondering, is there still, I think one of the harder things to figure out right now is that there isn't a calendar that kind of just shows everything anymore. And I think that's also leading to some chaos. Is there still like a secret full calendar somewhere that we could really take a look at the field? Yeah, and then lastly, I would just say MetaBeast because I don't think you were there when we all were talking. I think Toxic brought up and the Regenesis Labs people that there's a lot on in the CBD not CBD, excuse me. The DAO Discord where nobody's really managing the spam and the risk. People are in there, nobody's really managing over it besides kicking people out apparently. So there's a lot of risk right now still in the DAO and doing things in the DAO and selecting things. I think we have to be super careful and maybe links should be managed through at least the DAO Discord in Decentraland. So just a thought. We appreciate you spearheading an adventure. And then just also thoughts like I gotta say personally, I mean I only had one sit down with Yamel ever, but it was fantastic. I thought, as you call it, a transition, Metabuse. I kind of look at 6 to 7 as an evolution. I think we are if we think about where we were when that all started and where we are now, it's just amazing to see what you can now do in Decentraland. So I look at it as an evolution. Um, but he really walked us through an intense period of time with a lot of growth. So just wondering our thoughts about that, where it's going, like how do we feel the transition to Esteban being in charge changes the way we look at what we're doing now, and if anybody else had any more thoughts on it. But Sin, I'm gonna lock in with you and we're gonna nip some of this in the bud. Yeah.
On the Esteban thing, I want to make a comment. Because I read the forum on Yamel's announcement. Somebody posted how they're not excited about Esteban taking over. They specifically mentioned the social aspect of the, his social capabilities. I think is what they were getting at. Um, so correct me if I'm wrong, if anybody knows, but I can understand that. Um, as long as he has the technical ability, I almost think it's kind of a good thing. And I say that, and I know old guy says this because, well, Decentraland itself and crypto itself, they has no feelings whatsoever. Um, and we got to kind of take that sometimes into consideration, I think, um, because those kind of things, nothing, feelings aren't going to hurt them at all, if that makes any sense.
Feelings most definitely hurt them. If you're talking about the individuals, per like just words themselves make them shut down. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
As individuals, yes, but Decentraland itself as a whole, cryptocurrency as a whole, money in general has no feelings, is kind of
Oh,
what I'm getting at.
oh, okay, then yes, yes.
Yes, I understand people do, even if they
We've
say
seen
they
those
don't.
feelings many
Even if they say
times.
they don't. Yes, yes, exactly.
I don't know. I mean, I'm excited about having a new creative director. I thought Yamel was doing a great job. The part that I am just like so blah about is like, do you guys remember how long it took for the transition between Jungle to Yamel? Freaking, like, I swear it felt like a year and a half of just the Decentraland being dead, like just doing nothing until operations got ramped up, the team got restructured, and here we are today. So like what I am not excited about and what I'm hoping won't happen is another year and a half worth of transitioning.
But I feel like they're way it's almost it's just a different world to compare it to, post 2021, like metaverse ramp up and insanity and no like real price reflection of like what this project actually should be without being like hyper impregnated by the meta announcement. Like that was such a chaos world, period. And they built their structure around a bull market, and so of course there were going to be like layoffs and everything. And now I feel like they've been building through the bear, and they've got Regenesis Labs, which is separate and also like cooking. I don't know, to me I just feel like they like it's a restaurant that isn't just having its grand opening, it's a restaurant that's been cooking for 5 years. So it just feels like they've got way more momentum going right now. Like when Yamel said it's a good time to step away, it's like, yeah, it kind of is. It's kind of like a good time to go when everything is like builder sentiment is good, like creator tools are working really well. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm not saying like, this is what's going to happen. I'm just voicing what I don't want to happen. Sorry, I should have been more clear with that part.
But and that's why the timing of the 2030 plan is kind of important. I mean, that's a perfect example. Things take time, and I did, Vanessa. I wanted to mention. I don't know if I made it clear. Also within this proposal, so they're not the 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 times like the 30 days, the 90 days, the 120 days for the whole thing is not necessarily written in stone, as long as there just needs to be progress being made. And so we're having this complication, resolving this one or getting to this point. Here's why. Then it can extend. But a lot of these things may take quite a bit of time to
Yeah,
get to.
that's good. Like when we talked about that in the past, it was like, okay, because I just don't want to be like, I mean, things move slow. Like we're a global team anyway, so sometimes just finding a time where all five of us can like meet. 6 o'clock in the morning my time is like midnight Metaryuk's time, and so it's like sometimes just communication, just that structure is it has its own challenges. So yeah, like I think as long as we can be fluid about that and like realistic, that just about the expectations. But maybe it's not even going, maybe that's just a moot point and not even going to be an issue as well.
Because I definitely took all that comment you made a couple of weeks ago about it into consideration. I even went so far as to change. It was 90 days for most of it to be done. I went ahead and added another 30, so I extended it to 120 and tried to make sure it was worded so that there is some leniency as far as dates or deadlines, whatever you'd like to call them. So.
Yeah, and then Isle has a good comment in World. Number one thing I want from Esteban administration is an actual roadmap and them to tell us what's going on. We have been asking for a roadmap for years now, and they continue to give us less and less. And so I know a few people have said like they are like, how can we have a roadmap, because like the tech is changing and morphing so fast. I mean, like if we would have asked and gotten a roadmap from them 2 years ago, that would have completely not factored in like what AI has done to building and this platform. And so that would just be my question, Ayel, is like what, because my idea of a roadmap might look totally different than yours. Um, and like if you build a map and then you get lost, it's just like Google Earth, right? Google Maps. If I have a map and I know where my destination is and it's telling me where to go, but if I make a wrong turn, it has to give me a new map. So like just wondering about, like real tangible things. Like sorry, I'm just gonna it's doing my job. Like so all right, Isle says what we are working on toward in terms of a larger vision for DCL. And on a shorter term, what are the depths? What is going to be released in the next month? So we might affect come with the, yeah, that's because alignment between those two. Even the features that are being freaking amazing features that are being released from the browser don't work on mobile. And so I'm like, like okay, because they're not being like synced at the same time. So then you're like, okay, talk Sam, can we get this on mobile now? Like just alignment. It's like
And perfect example of this. I don't know how many of you remember, but Matt was working on, and I don't know who else he was working with, was working on a special backpack that does some of the things. I think they had more, but that would do some of the things that they introduced a new backpack to the platform itself that ended up doing some of those things, and I think it kind of killed Matt's project, unfortunately. So some information on that kind of stuff definitely is would be useful and helpful. So people's time is not wasted on something that they don't have to do. I hated hearing that. That was
yeah, like a
I mean,
pipeline.
the new backpack was great, but the fact that somebody was actually working on something similar and didn't know they were was kind of upsetting.
Yeah, and that's, in some regards, that's just going to happen. But I think that like having I don't know, almost like the person in the trenches who can look at Foundation, look at Regenesis Labs, look at what the community is building, and almost like a consultant and be like, hey, no, don't do this. Foundation is working on this. I don't, and then they can't even do that because of, probably confidentiality. But so I don't know. I don't have a good solution because I know there's been things that people have worked really hard on, and then something really, really, really similar comes out, and it's demoralizing. Like nobody wants to spend a ton of work, and then all of a sudden, it's antiquated by something else. I guess also like maybe Foundation, they do a good job of surprising us with like cool features that they didn't tell us about, but maybe there's just like some of that control that needs to be kind of like let go of. And so like, yes, the builders here may not get that aha surprise, like, oh my gosh, we can point. But maybe, I don't know. I don't know how to build those communication channels better, because that's what it sounds like. It's just a breakdown in communication.
Oh, and kind of similar, but totally different too. I do want to shout out Em on her Pocket Buddy. And I don't know if it was because of something you said in an event you did recently, Canessa. You mentioned something about stopwatch or timer, because I kid you not, I immediately, my avatar was there, but I left that event and actually started looking into something similar. I couldn't get there. Good job. Congratulations, Em, on that. But it led me to something totally different, which I blame Shorty for as well. I created a clock on, put it out there somewhere. Includes the times on to the best of what AI could do for me. The ability to provide times on Jupiter, Mars, Neptune as well.
Oh my gosh, you should have what's your gravitational weight on Jupiter? No, 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 no. I want to go to what's my gravitational weight on Mars? I'm pretty sure it's like 106 pounds.
Yeah, I don't think anybody wants to know what their weight is on if it makes them heavier, whichever planets those are.
I believe the higher gravity, like Jupiter, because its larger body has increased mass, therefore higher gravitational pull. That would be my guess. But yes, the Pocket Buddy, you made something so cool. Um, and that like with the with people doing streaming more, like people playing games for the Wednesday, I'm doing the Ready Up Wednesday. It's 4 hours, and so that's a long time to sit here. So I'm like, okay, we need breaks during this time. This week I didn't even do a break, which is kind of insane, but I wanted to leave the computer, go get myself some water, and then have something to tell people when I'm going to be back. And so within a week, Em was like, here, and she put the countdown timer, so then I can just open my Pocket Buddy and have that right on the screen. And so I could be like AFK, show that on screen, and then people know, like, okay, 5 minutes. Like I have 5 minutes to go grab my soda pop and then come back. So that is a really cool tool. I'm gonna weaponize it though, guys. So you better come to Ready Up Wednesday this week. I got some different things in mind. If you have that, I might ask you to come this Wednesday. So bring your world buddies. Is it Pocket Buddy? I keep calling it a world buddy. It's a Pocket Buddy. Bring your pocket buddies, and if you don't have a pocket buddy, come here. I need you too. I need pocket buddies and non-pocket buddies.
Think Pocket Watch.
Pocket watch, yes.
Pocket Buddy.
I'm just gonna say, trust me, bro. What's the worst that could happen?
And oh, I think it's 50 mana, which is should be well within picking up for free if you have enough marketplace credits.
Yes, and don't forget to get your marketplace credits. I know that sounds so simple, but some, I mean, we're all busy. Sin, do you have your marketplace credits? Like, have you claimed them?
I claim them, but I will say that I'm bad at completing all of the challenges. I think it's mainly the explore the whatever scene they recommend that kind of makes it so I don't
And isn't
complete.
that
But
one of
yes,
the
I do claim.
higher paying ones?
No,
No,
this
that
one,
one's
or at
10.
least this week's, is only 5
Oh,
this
okay.
week, I
Yeah.
guess. Mhm.
Because, like, even if you're, I mean, like, I just everybody should be doing that because if you want to know like how to help Decentraland and how to like move the compass, move forward, like when somebody buys something from me, I can immediately go and buy something from somebody else. And so it's really just like recycling this like these credits. But I also think about this, there's so many users returning that are old users. Like people, god, who do we see? King Dabtech was here yesterday. The people that made the boot company that started with a V. um, there's all these creators that are coming back now. Imagine you were a creator in 2022 and you made a bunch of wearables and then you pieced out for 4 years and you come back and people have just been slowly buying your wearables over 4 years. You're gonna come back to a wallet full of mana. And like, I don't know about you guys, but I'd be like, whoa, okay, like there's something here. Like somebody was buying from me. It's passive income, you guys. Passive income. Cannot state enough the power of passive income. Digital passive income that you don't have to go write out an order from eBay or Etsy or anywhere else and go mail it and spend all this time. Do digital passive income, digital downloads, or something in Decentraland. I swear. Um, Someday, if there's a big announcement or crypto and it goes back up, there's going to be a bunch of people come back and they're going to find mana in their wallet and it's going to, they're either going to cash it out and be like, suck it, losers, or they're going to say, I want to stay around to see if I could like double this. So, what we can do right now, get our marketplace credits, go buy cool shit. Even if it's somebody that's not here, who knows? Who knows what the ripple effect is? Um, but it's really cool seeing also like this week with the Japanese Cherry Blossom Festival, they put all of these different wearables in the marketplace, like the store, that aren't normally there, and they're a different theme. You know, it's like kimonos and yukatas, and so it all of a sudden all these sales are happening from these wearables that are generally overlooked, and people were like, "Oh, I haven't seen the pink one. I want to buy that." And if you looked at the wearable section and look at all the recent sales, all of a sudden there was this influx of sales of this certain style that we haven't had. So it's I'm like, okay, if this is their new strategy, we get a new theme for Genesis Plaza, and then we're going to focus on 10 wearable designs that match that focus. Like I don't know, it's we got some potential with our marketplace to like bring back old creators, support the existing creators that haven't given up. That's where your money should go first. We'll support the people building during the bear. But there it is. Get your credits, spend them. Boom, sin. Boom.
Boom.
Boom. Mic drop.
Get the marketplace credits, and also remember that you could buy your names with them as well. Yes, Canessa, you could buy names.
Have you built like you should build some stuff in some of your worlds.
My builder is busy working on a big 4-year project. Um, I'll have to
What?
put it in her pipeline.
What? Oh my gosh, that sounds exciting. Tell me more. This is not a sponsored ad.
This is not a sponsor ad.
But tell me more. What is like is there a party coming up?
There's a big party coming up.
Oh
Well,
my.
we still have to figure out the details, iron out the details. But yes, big party in the horizon. Uh, CBD 4-year anniversary coming soon. We the official date of the anniversary is on the 25th, which is Monday. I believe Memorial Day weekend. Um, but we will be celebrating the weekend after. So the weekend of the 30th, we should be celebrating our 4-year anniversary. Maybe I should consider having a like kind of a CBD base beyond the NFT episode on Monday.
Let's do it. Let's just do it everything. And in case Sinful and I were not obvious enough, we want you to come and participate in our birthday party. it's like it's like trying to ask a clown to bring their bouncy house. Like who wants to come and DJ at our party or somehow otherwise interact and participate? If you do, please let us know.
Yes, yes, for sure. Yeah, if you would like to like participate or contribute anything, whether if it's a wearable or a 3D asset, music, entertainment, yeah, like we would be more than happy to include you. I think recently and this is some alpha here, guys, for only those who are here right now or listen back to the space. Um, uh, Billy messaged me today about, or not today, recently about a possibility of a CBD ABC Decentraland tour takeover, where perhaps maybe we pick the locations, Canessa.
Oh, that would be cool. And you know what would be neat is to put in all the old CBD builds from the 9-piece parcel that are like they're built in SDK6, so I don't even know, but I didn't code them. They're all just like old. But there was like the first, remember that maze that you'd walk through and it had all of the brands that were in Decentraland and like I put them on backgrounds. So it was like, oh my gosh, like Meta Jewels.
Yes,
Uh
or the snowy mountain build that you made,
yes.
where you took like like at the very peak, like it was like kind of like I guess just plains where you like animated a
Yeah.
picture onto them to look
That
like
one
we're in
is
a
broke
blizzard.
because it's SDK6. So I don't know. I don't know if I could get it to work with this like that low tech version of it, but like it's I could get it.
I Yeah, but I think it would be worth either like deploying somewhere or visiting for a tour maybe.
Well, there are some places that are
Even
definitely like I mean they're so ghetto low tech. Oops. So simple, but like we spent, hours, some probably hundreds of hours on some of those scenes. So they're very nostalgic. That would be fun to do.
there needs to be a way to like post or like mint or do something for like the Decentraland relics, like, and it would be like relic builds that from the time before that no longer work very well, but were great while they lasted.
You know what would be so cool is and maybe I should let me think about this before I say it out loud. Maybe I should not say it out loud. Maybe
No,
do
no,
it.
no need to think about it because like thinking about it will make you just doubt yourself. You got to come in
No,
with
no, no,
full
no, no,
confidence.
just to keep it a surprise, but like make it actual
Ah,
physical layers that you go through. Like you think you're on the scene and then you go through and then you get to the older version. And then you walk through another hole and it like you literally start up in the sky and you're just walking down through layers until you get to the very first one and it's like, wow, somebody knew how to use the builder tool but nothing else. That would be fun. But man, I don't know. I think
yeah.
actually so much of those are broke um because it's the pictures that were used unless you're in an SDK like you go to the old browser, they don't show up. Like my Photoshop or like the photo shoot one that had like 50 different photo shoot booths. It works if you go into the old browser, but not if you here. Not if you're here. Oh my gosh, fancy. Fancy just is that a thing? Genesis Plaza? Oh. Anyway, things to think about.
Yes, things to think about. And then that same person that was like, "Wow, this person only knows how to use the builder," will look over and be like, is that a table knife as a propeller?" It'll be great, Vanessa.
Yes.
I think this is the think we're this is the beginning of manifesting something beautiful.
That'd be pretty fun, and we should do that. We should have some kind of build competition where you can only use assets that are in the Creator Hub, and like you got to make something out of pieces that it's not. Do you remember the giant penguin I made for you out of Creator Hub assets?
How could I forget it ever? 'Cause, it was only one of the best days ever.
That was a long time ago.
It was for my birthday. So yes, I've been a penguin for a long time.
Yep, you're like a Pokemon character. You just kind of like you leveled you leveled up.
With these penguins and like the community and everything that comes with it, like it is a level up, but in terms of like looks, it's like it looks like he devolved because he went back to his baby version.
Aw. Well, we all know the truth.
We all know the truth. And yeah, just looking around the room, I do see like some new listeners down there, like Thyme and Ole and Marex. Welcome. Thank you very much for joining us today for this Community Building Decentraland Week 105. We're here every week at noon Eastern, and we start off by shooting the shit and then transition into everything Decentraland, uh, e- everything and anything at Decentraland. So if you've heard of Decentraland, have any questions, want to join us on Decentraland, you're more than welcome to DM us or come up and ask some questions. And I see that we have DJ Vape coming up to speak. Hello, Vape. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. I heard you guys talking about a birthday party.
We do be doing birthdays.
Yeah, I want to go. Can I get an invite, please?
Well, you actually should have gotten more of a Gucci invite, unless I'm jumping the gun here, I don't know if Make sent you the little application or whatever that I put together for to sign up as a performer if you'd like to be a part of it.
He did. I put down juggling. I'm really good. I've been practicing.
Perfect. I'll be expecting your DJ set.
Right on, right on. I just wanted to come up and just say hello and give you guys shout outs. I love you guys. Um, but I wanted to also like talk about something real quick, if you don't mind. With the upcoming World Cup coming up, we if there's any World Cup fans, there's a lot of people that like to make predictions, and compete and everything. And so we're putting together a prediction marketplace, if you will, something fun, something where you can win like prizes. You can win points if you're correct, and then you will go on a leaderboard, and we're paying we're the top 10 predictors will win cash and or prizes, and wanted to kind of throw it out there. It's the site is not launched yet. We're still building. But I just want to give everyone the heads up. If you're a World Cup football fan, and like prediction markets, or like trying to choose the winners, we're building a thing called EAPS Predict, and we're inviting a bunch of communities across Web3 and NFTs, and we'd love to have a DCL representation there, and we can build like badges. We can build DCL leaderboards. But you'll be competing. Everyone can compete with everyone else. So I just wanted to throw that out there. You'll be seeing a little bit more of that from me in the next several weeks as we lead up to the launch of the website and the prediction market and the World Cup. So that's it.
Well, I'm excited. I think World Cup's in Seattle, right? Because I
It's all over the US actually. It's
oh
kind of
okay.
weird. Um it's LA, it's Seattle, it's like different cities across the US, which really makes it a weird way for them to kind of do that. But hey, whatever works, it works. Like I've been a big fan of the World Cup for ages. And so I love it when World Cup uh, comes around every 4 years.
That's so cool because I was in Seattle this winter and it has like the World Cup with like a countdown timer, and then there's
Oh,
all this
really?
chaos, yeah, like of building like construction, like they're trying to hustle and get it all ready. But yeah,
LA's been doing that too. I live in LA,
oh,
and LA's been like trying to like shore up all their public transportation. It's more so for the 2028 Olympics, but they've been pushing to get certain things done in time for the World Cup as well.
well that is cool. Go ahead, Meta Beast.
I wanted to say, hey, neighbor. And then you guys talking about that and the fact that you guys just did a Winter Olympics. Yeah, coming up in LA, the Summer Olympics. I'm not doing it, but just saying something to maybe plan for another Olympic event in Decentraland would be cool.
Shh. The O word is bad. We're not supposed to say the O word.
Am I copyright infringing?
uh, but I mean, I'm sure that the World Cup is just as copyrighted as the Olympics. Sorry, go ahead, Vanessa.
He was talking about the Olympic mountain range in Western Washington, endemic species of mountain goats and beautiful scenic overviews. That's what he was talking about.
Tain't that the truth?
I apologize, Meta Beast. I was wrong.
Tis quite all right. No harm, no foul.
So, Willie, what if
Mhm.
you did want to talk about the Olympic mountain range games? And it's like games that happen in the Olympic mountain range. Can
Well,
they copyright the name like that? I mean, if I just want to have like mountain games, I don't know.
AI it. It'll tell you. I bet you could. So what would that make like the lower plane level Olympic style game thing?
That would be the Nevadan Great Basin Games. Which, if anybody's been there, there's not a lot going on except Burning Man and some other stuff that happens in the desert.
Let's go fucking. I always wanted to go fucking to a Burning Man someday, but oh
We
well.
need to. We need to. I mean, Decentraland. We need to pay homage for the birth. That is so dope that this place.
Has there ever been or anyone thinking about hint hint a man on fire event in Decentraland?
I don't know, but I like I can I yeah. Never mind. Okay, I
I'm
don't know.
down. I'll bring the beads.
just to
Vanessa,
clarify, that's not actually setting a man on fire or a real man on fire or even Avatar on fire type thing. Just to clarify.
Okay, I'm
Vanessa,
busy then. I can't. I don't know. We
Canessa,
lost
get
me.
the get the developer to write notes. We're gonna make a desert using all the CBD land that we have access to. We're gonna make little huts and little tranquility areas, and there will be a big stick figure in the middle that we will eventually set fire.
I
Can
like
you
that.
make occasional sandstorms happen too?
You'll have to talk to
Yes, we
my developer
can.
for that.
Yes, we can.
Yay, let's go fucking.
Burning Man would be the place to.
You mean Man on Fire, right?
Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. It might be copyrighted, so yes. Burning Avatar. We could call it Burning Avatar. This awkward silence was brought to you by Dr. Drip. Make sure to purchase your very own DCL raffle manager, brought to you by Dr. Drip. It is a smart wearable that allows you to get everyone that is in a parcel on one list, and you could run your very own giveaways. No matter what it is, you could give it away on Decentraland through the DCL raffle manager.
And you can set a time limit and time it with the Pocket Buddy made by M.
What? It's cross compatible? Let's go.
I'm saying it could be.
That's great. By the way, I just jumped back in because I don't know if you know, but Burning Man actually, as the founder of Second Life, was having the idea of Second Life in Burning Man. Each year, they have an agreement with Burning Man, and they were celebrating the virtual. I don't know if they still doing it. I guess yes, because the founder is back. So but they were celebrating each year the virtual Burning Man, and they were burning a big statue avatar at the end of the week. I think it was a week, or I don't remember how much. All the activities were finished. So why not in Second Life? Sorry. In If in Second Life, why not in the Central Land? Always talking with the organization of them for this kind of projects.
I know Burning Man's very particular on their um, streaming. Like only one specific thing or something or other can stream to stream the Burning Man. At least that's the way it was, and I want to say it was last year because I kind of checked into it a little bit. So I don't. They probably have to have a specific agreement to do something that's kind of like a live event from there.
Oh, that way I don't know. But what I know is that from the very beginning, and I'm talking, I think 2004, they had this path with Second Life founder. So I don't know. Just an idea. And that was all.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, we never know. Maybe we could have a Burning Man experience one day. Uh, we'll just have to see, wherever the interest is, and we'll have to set up the huts. the tents. I mean, I call them huts.
And that, I guess, that answers my question that there never has been one.
I mean, I don't know. I almost feel like there has. Maybe just nah, I can't. Yeah, I can't really remember because like I feel
I've
like it'd
never
be
seen one.
yeah because I feel like it would be like something somewhat of a Decentraland staple. Like it's like, oh, we have to have a Burning Man event at some point. Or maybe I'm confusing it with the event that Toxic and Mean Green Doge hosted the day before the new client came out, where like we just like burnt it all down. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
A good indicator would be searching the marketplace for anything that starts with burning.
You're
I'm
right.
guessing
I should look up Burning Man beads. You're right.
because, or just even just burning, and if anything comes up that seems Burning Man related, then there might have been. That's kind of what I did with when I worked with Bitcoin and we did the St. Patrick's Day. I went and looked to see how many St. Patrick's Day type wearables were there, and there's only like one, maybe, I think there was. I'm like, oh, seems to me there really hasn't been a St. Patrick's Day event then, too. So there may have been, but shout out Bitcoin for doing that with me.
Yeah. And Kanessa, do beads translate to Burning Man? There's
Um,
beads at Burning Man,
I
right?
don't I don't know. I've got a good friend who goes to Burning Man, runs a camp every year. You have to have an invite from somebody that's at a camp. You can't just go to Burning Man. Very specific and very strict at this point. And I get the feeling that what happens in Burning Man stays in Burning Man. And um except for the STIs that you probably bring home, those will come home with you, but the memories stay there, and probably anything goes.
So beads do translate to Burning Man. Sweet. Thank you for the answer. uh
I
Alrighty, well,
associate those more with Mardi Gras, but that's just me.
yeah, that's why I was asking the expert.
Um,
Yeah, I don't know. I think Burning Man is more about oof, lots of stuff. Like I go camping with him the week after he gets back from Burning Man, and he has like a 20-foot tall swing like bolted to the back of his like utility truck that he takes down there, and like they just set up the swing in the middle of the desert. And he says anything that you need aged, just take it and tie it onto his truck, because he'll just drive down there, spend a week in the playa, and then bring it back because the dust just covers everything. But I I kind of don't like Burning Man because I love the playas, like when there's nobody there and it's just dirt, but it actually destroys the playa. So I like going to the playa directly south, Blue Wing Playa, directly south of Burning Man, and looking for meteorites and plane parts because they used to use all of that for target practice. They would
how
just put.
many meteorites you find out there?
I found one. I found one. But I have a story. I have a story that like I found on Google Earth when Google Earth went from low quality maps to high quality renders and like black and white to color. I like was looking for meteorite like good places. I was actually like looking through. NASA has a site where you can track the lat and launch of every single meteorite ever found. And so I was putting those into my map to try to figure out like where are my odds increased of finding a meteorite. And I was like scrolling along, and out in the middle of the desert I find a circle. And this is like cattle country that nobody, like northern Nevada, most of the meteorite hunters are like southern Nevada. Nobody cares about northern Nevada. If you've been there, nobody cares about that place. It's pretty remote. And so I found this circle on a map, and I was like, what the heck? Like, Google Earth hadn't been around long enough to have a really good view of this map. So I was like, this is the new frontier. Like, I found it. I need to go see what this circle is in northern Nevada. And I live in Washington. So this is like 1,000 miles away from me. And I was like to the point where I was going to get in my car and just drive through the night to go find it, because I was like, this is a meteor impact crater, and I would have dreams of of being in this crater and like filling my pockets with meteorites. It it maybe impacted me a lot. Maybe I was the impacted one. But anyway, I went down there late at like I printed out all these maps of the desert, because you have to take like a gravel road to get there. Like, you have to go on these cattle roads. You have to open cattle gates and then close them and not get shot by ranchers. So anyway, parked my car, walked through the desert late at night. There's like cows just roaming free, and like rattlesnakes, and it was about this time that I was like, maybe this isn't a good idea, but I was like, fucking, I gotta know. And this is early GPS days. So I had like a GPS that I could communicate home. So I could send out the coordinates, but I couldn't receive anything. And so I had my brother like plugged into it. And so I was like out in the middle of the desert, and I couldn't find this meteor crater. I could not find it. But I like found a tent, like a fence post. And so I sent home the coordinates to my brother, and he like got the email or got the coordinates, and he was like, he could see me like a couple hundred yards south of the crater. He was like, why isn't she there? But he couldn't tell me, like, just walk north, walk north. And anyway, I had to abandon my quest, and I had to walk home, and then got back to civilization. And he told me, you were so close, and I was like, what? It wasn't. I couldn't see anything. And so a year later, I went back with him, northern Nevada, and then he had his nice GPS, and we walked out, and it actually was not a crater, it was a cinder cone. So some anomaly in the surface. It was this little hill. So I was like, dang it all. Like, this wasn't an impact crater. But on the top of it, I buried all of my laminated Google Earth maps that looked psycho, because I like printed out like 11 maps, and I taped them carefully together so that I could make it to the nearest road and then walk through the desert so I wouldn't get lost. So some rancher is going to find those, and they're going to realize how hard somebody worked to get to the top of this tiny little mountain in northern Nevada, and they're going to be like, some crazy person got their heart broken out here in
Or
the desert.
or maybe some poor soul is lost out in the desert and they find it and they're like,
I know.
oh, this will get me home.
Oh my gosh. I know. Well, then,
May have saved a life.
yeah, the cows are just looking at us, and I'm like, I don't know, are they going to charge us? And anyway, those were my meteorite days. But I did find one, and it's like it's got this cool char over the top of it. Anyway, that's not Decentraland related, but if you ever get the chance to go, the reason you can go look out in the desert is because if you're on the playa, all the rocks from when that lake existed are at the bottom of the playa. They just sink over time. There's no reason for rocks to be on the top. So any rock you see is a meteorite, because it doesn't break down. Iron rusts in wet environments, dry environments, no rust. So like back in the early days when people were figuring this out, they could just drive across the playas, find meteorites. Now it's a lot harder.
That was cool. That's
Very cool. Oh my god. So let's see, Canessa, we're about to hit our 3 hour mark here for today's space. What are your thoughts? Should we keep it going? Should we wind down and you check on the house to make sure it's not on fire?
Yeah, this house is on fire. Um, Probably should. I see Quan coming up to speak. I do have questions about Quan. I know that he's got a new project, so maybe we could hear from Quan about that and then start winding down. That would be awesome.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Can you guys hear me okay?
yep. Hello, Larry.
Yeah. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I just wanted to come up and say hi and kind of got wrapped up in your story, Canessa. It's so that's so cool. Reminds me of a Wonder Mine, actually. Um, which we should bring that guy back. So many great ideas discussed today.
He
Uh,
is. You sorry, Quan. You missed it. I've been there. It seems to be working, and he's actually was in the Decentraland DAO channel recently, and Knights of Antrim said they've noticed him on their leaderboard, so they are around.
yes, okay. Well, Canessa and them need to come back because we need stories to come back to DCL and these experiences and stuff. But thanks for having me up, guys. I'm just chilling. If Canessa, if you have something you wanted to ask me or something, I'm just here. Just wanted to say hi.
Yeah, so like your warehouse project, you've got that coming up and you've got an event. And so just wondering about your event, what the date is and it's a twinning event, if I'm correct.
Yeah, yeah. So the event's called Alter Ego. And it's gonna be this Thursday at the warehouse, which is pretty much a collective of like builders and wearable creators and designers and artists and musicians that like I've curated over the years. And we want to just, bring like some really cool experiences to DCO. I have some pretty cool connections in like the music industry and stuff, and a lot of the builders have a lot of like outside connections that they want to just bring to back into like Decentraland and stuff. But as far as the event, it's Thursday, like I said. It'll be at like 10 p.m. CST. And yes, we already have like a few people who are like matching outfits and like talking to other people about like, oh, what are you gonna wear? Well, maybe we can all go as something and stuff like that. So should be pretty fun. I think we'll have um I think we'll have about 2 hours of music. So we'll have DJ DJ Lunar Freak. He's gonna be there and he's gonna be on the ones and twos for us. And then after that, we'll just have like some cool music. We'll have, the whole crew and stuff there. Um, and yeah, we just want to like have fun. We just want to like, you know, introduce Warehouse, that you guys like see the build. We've had some like a really, really amazing builders working on the scene. Shout out Bogey, shout out Last Room, shout out Dr. Drip, helping me with the OP badge machine and some other concepts and stuff. Shout out Yolantis. I see them down there in the audience as well. But yeah, we're super like excited for like, everybody to see what we've been working on. And we're in the baby stages. I wanted to do this because I mean, y'all know me. I love avatars, I love Decentraland, I love wearables, I love virtual reality stuff. And I mean, all of the friends that I've made over the years were just really all super talented. And I've always been the type to like want to showcase that talent to like the world with like pretty much all that I've worked on like over the years and stuff. So whether it was Pose Lab, whether it's stuff with Vibe, whether it's like VTubing, um, whatever it is, I've always kind of wanted to highlight others. And so that's the premise of Warehouse. We're just, group of like ragtag individuals who are really, really based at what we do, and we want to bring some really cool stuff to DCL. So that's about it. Hope to see you guys there.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Feel free if you've got a link. Let's see. I can grab it. Oh, maybe I can't. Let's see. If you've got a link, here we go. I'll put it up above. There we go. All right. Putting it on the calendar. Thank you so much. I love seeing something new come in, and sounds like some really cool vibes, and glad to see you back in Decentraland building.
Me too, me too. This is like my very first event ever, so I'm kind of nervous about it. I just really want it to be like something that's fun and like people like want to keep coming back to and stuff. So it is a weekly event. So, if you don't make it this time, there is like next week or whatever, so you guys can get your friends, get your twins together and stuff and plan out some outfits and stuff. I think it's cool. Little nice little fun thing to shake up DCL. That's one aspect of it. There's going to be other things going on during the event as well, so we're excited to, kind of like share that. Let's just say we'll have the raffle manager there, all right? We'll have the drip in the building. So, um yeah, really just excited to see all of you guys there.
That's awesome. Okay, thank you, thank you. If anybody has questions, reach out, find Quan, and glad to see, yeah, curious to see what you got cooking.
Oh, it's cooking. Oh, it's cooking. Yeah, I mean, and the chefs are A1. We're all Michelin star chefs. A lot of people who you guys know, a lot of people who, are part of the community and stuff. That's really the basis of why we want to, you know, go down this path is, it all starts and ends with the community. So like we all believe in Decentraland, we all believe in our abilities and stuff, and we're just really excited to do something with that. So if anybody's listening, if anybody wants to be a part, if anybody wants to like know more, like Canessa said, just hit me up. My DMs are open. But yeah, love you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. And yeah, Sin, I think a mention of that A1 chef made me think about lunch. So it might be a good time to wrap up. Go find some grub.
Yes, food does exist after all. That's exactly where I am headed. All right, so it's been a good space. 3 hours in the books. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us today. Vanessa, do you have any final thoughts?
Just thinking about what's coming up this afternoon. We've got ABC Decentraland, and then I think the usual suspects this week. So, I think, yeah, I think just have a good week. Take care of yourself. Eat good food. Go get some exercise. Touch grass, and know that you got your family here in Decentraland.
Thank you, Canessa. Thank you. And let's see. Yeah, usual suspects definitely for today. VC Decentraland tours. Metaverse After Hours tonight with Austin Nishani. Um, and this coming Monday, Beyond the NFT, we will be blessed by our very own Rustan. He is coming on the show. He will be our special guest, and I am excited. Um, and let's see, moving forward. Yes. A little self promotion or little shill for myself. Make sure to vote for the Mew Mew for to be a speaker for at NFT NYC. Uh, I really don't know where that post is. I think M would know more on where the location of my post is than I would. But yes, there is a post out there, and I should probably be resharing it later today. Thank you, everyone.
Good job
Love you.
self promoting for once.
Yeah, not wasn't done very well, but it was done. It was done. I did the thing.
Love it.
That's So yeah, thank you everyone for your time and the conversation. It's been a great one, and we'll see you back next week for episode or community building Decentraland week 106 or I'm sorry, 206, 206. Thank you. Bye bye everyone.